Who knows? That that would be what happens if it's not just, you know, the regular Scuffazoid. The regular Scuff, the sound demons. Fortunately, I think I have the sound demons handle until I unfortunately have to repair my Bluetooth headphones again. Non-messed up streams are the Scuff by now. Listen. Listen. Oh, that reminds me. Turn on my desktop audio. Yeah, thunderstorms. We have. I meant to make an announcement today, but I decided, you know, partially relaxing today. I cleaned my room and then I did nothing, and then I had a 1 hour 30-minute nap by accident. I literally laid down and said, 5 minutes, then I'll play video games. And then I would sleep for an hour and 30 minutes. I hit snooze. I went straight to the center of the universe. I didn't there. Trying to work up an urge to write. Well, maybe you should work on music, too. Maybe it's time to get into... Maybe like whenever you are just like, okay, I can't do this. Or, I don't know, maybe it's time to work on another project. Great salutations and furthermore, productive days for those of you who eat things. I have an announcement for those of you who want to know. Did I go night-night? Did I go night-night? My power flashed for like half a second. Oh, there we go. Boop. Where do I put this even? This is so fucking busy. Where do I put this even? Did I just put this on my body? Ba 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 yada. There's my Discord. There's my Discord. Where is my OBS? Hello? Chat, I missed you. Chat, I missed you. Are we back? Hello, refresh please. For those of you who want to know what the announcement is that there is no announcement for everyone else. The announcement of no announcement. How gaga of you, RX. Also, hi. Hi, everyone. My work here is done. Announcement so big of a Vesper stream. Oh, good. I thought it was me. That's right. Thank you so much, Zeus, by mentioning him. Someone please get the animal sacrifices. It's like that part in SpongeBob when he gets taken by the Flying Dutchman and the Flying Dutchman gives him back. Mood, and also hi, Alex. So I guess, should I just put up lightning alert? Zeus took Vesper away and then gave him back as Vesper was too extra. There can be one more if you sacrifice your money. Hello, Alexa. I'm sorry. We're about to have ads again, because, oh, we are having ads again. My bad. Mr. Zeus, sir. Have I told you about Marianne? Nah, that just get me dead. Hello, Silver. How are you tonight? Welcome, welcome in. I'll get you a shout out right after, we come back from ads. Man, the one person Zeus wouldn't bang. The main reason, okay, I want to talk about stuff when we get back from ads. Ba 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 yada. Ba 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 yada. This is why I always have like 5 minutes where I just have the intro, cause I'm just like, okay, I need to let out the intro. I just need to let out the first ads play. Then this hits. Ba 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 yada. Ah shit. So I may have set my soda on destroy Vesper stream button. Sorry. First ads, making sure everything isn't allegedly working, posting promos. To be fair, we don't usually get... I'm removing your sticky note from my face, I swear. I'm removing your sticky note from my face, I swear. Come at me and say that again. Say that again, I dare you. That again. Welcome back from ads, everyone, and don't worry, RX. It's the fall of the thunderstorm, and now I'm wondering if I should stream at all. Not sure if y'all can hear it, because like I have my microphone filter on, but it is really, really, really happening out there. It's really happening out there. But hello, Lexo. Hello, RX. How are you guys tonight? And hello, Silver. Welcome back. Your charger might actually be on the way there. It's finally down from the moon. It's finally down from the moon. Also, thank you for the 30 stream watch streak, though it might be at 31 at this point. Did I put on my shit by accident? I did. Ah, well, you know my weekend work suckage? It's over. Nice. Nice. How long is your break? Oh, well, you hear about someone taking out HP's headquarters this week. While you're there, can you take out some AI data centers? Just asking. Get you just some RAM, you know, just do some multiple jobs, you know? Do all the guild missions at once, you know? Side note, apparently a 100 stream streak is not worth noting. I have to wait until 105. What the actual heck? OMG, what? I would consider 100 bigger than 105, but who knows? Maybe it's like centennial age. I don't know. I consider like 100 better, and then 101 because of 101 Dalmatians. You know, you get 100, then you have 101 Dalmatians. That's just how it works. Bye, I'm at 102 at the moment. Nice. That reminds me, I should go watch the Cruella de Vil live-action movie. Even though I heard it wasn't that great. You should. It's so me, I know. Cruella de Vil. Cruella de Vil. If she don't scare you, no evil thing will. Cruella. Cruella de Vil. The other thing I saw, I was like, oh look, it's Vesper. Oh look, it's moi. Moi, 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 moi. I'm glad that people see things and then they think of me. That's what I do when I see things. I think of other people. I'm like, oh, I gotta send this to people. And like, it's a form of my love language. I see things and then I send them. Ah, shit. We might not be having stream tonight, people. We might not be having stream tonight. I'm sorry. I got 5 stars flying by. Nice. Thank you, Galaxy. Oh, by the way, I should have stretched. I drank, but I don't think I stretched. Galaxy keeping me limber. Wait. Now what? It's out there. I can't take it back. It only works if it's not something super questionable. You see something super out there and think, oh hey, this is you. Nah, I'll take like the super weird shit, you know me. Although I will, well no, I will send super weird shit to my besties. God, like, I gotta be like, God, this is so you, and I send it to like my darker bestie. And it's like something about a woman making 27 stab wounds or something, and she's like, oh yeah, that is so me. My best friend would never commit a murder. No, I would not be surprised. Now I got Cruella de Vil stuck in my head. Damn it. Semi-dark ambient stuff, and sometimes they have like dark satanic ritual music in the title. Me, upon singing FF Burmasian mod, I know exactly which 2 people send this right this to right this moment. wait, hold on. Can you send me that? I have a friend who wants to be a Burmasian. Can you send that to me? Because I have someone who wants to be a Burmesian. You can send it on either account. I check both. I'm not sure if I would send thank you. Because oh, that's nice actually. Hold up. That is actually pretty good. I was like expecting a stretched out Q-Kern. I was expecting a stretched out Q-Kern. Right? Yeah. Although I'll be honest, I might have liked it more if they did the Q-Kern face. Like if they like, I don't know, maybe just shorten the snout a little. I think a Q-Kern still could have worked. Looks like head replacement for Femloth, yeah. And I know there are body mods currently out there for Femloth that turns it into male Roth. To like, basically just removes the breasts and turns it into boy Roth. Twink Roth, yeah, basically. Which, you know, I kind of just basically headcanon that there are multiple body types in FF14 world. It's just that's much easier to just put out one body type, because I've seen game development. It's tough out there for a bitch. Like, you know what? We have Julia Chai. Julia Chai is proof of multiple body types in the FF14 world. So, I just imagine there's a bunch more, like, Train Cross and large Mikote out there in the world. I love Julia Chai, by the way. I also love how they were basically like, well, we can't make her work with Mikote animations, but what if Potato? What if Potato? That means, that does mean I think Julia Chai's player model could be used by players if they really want to put it forth effort, but that's a lot of fucking effort. Because that means a lot of armor is being remodeled. But I was actually joking with my friend who is making a more, she wanted to play a more rabbit-like Viera, so she has a leg mod on one of her Viera, and we basically joke that there is a Q-Kern in the family line somewhere. The grandpa of this character is now a Q-Kern. Everyone else is a bunny, but there is the one Q-Kern in the family. Oh wow, the rain is actually coming down hard. There might be hail. I know a lot of people are like, what the fuck is this bat talking about? Oh damn. Oh, you can hear it? Hold up. Can I, like, lift this up to my ceiling? Ceiling, speak! I think it's coming through. Damn, okay. Guys, should I end stream for my own safety? I'm not sure if that's hail or just really heavy rain. I should look outside. Goodbye, Vesper, you hardly knew ye. Hold up. Let me see if this is rain or if it's hail. Where's my glasses? I can't think without my glasses. Still can't tell, chat. Hold up. Dies to 1d4 rainfall damage. I am a witch. I am a witch. I'll be right back. I'm just gonna go check out through the front door. It is just rain. Really hard rain, though. Let me see here. Boop ba da da boop ba da. Boop ba da boop ba da boop. Yeah, hail mixed into the heavy rain day before yesterday. Oh man. Yeah, summer storms can get wild, especially over the years. It feels like every summer storm now is like weird. Like out of nowhere, this guy took a massive dump. Yeah. It's like, oopsie, just a giant sploosh ruining your day. Okay, me. Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and send this over to my friend. Excuse me? Don't be personally attacking my window, thank you, rather. Don't be personally attacking my window, rather, please. Fortunately, I still have... Listen, I'm lazy. I have not taken down the winter plastic. I have not taken down the winter plastic, though I'm just like... Though, to be honest, why should I take down the winter plastic when it's not even cool enough to open the fucking windows? Why should I take down the winter plastic when it's not even cool enough to open the windows? But at least there's rain. It's... I don't want to say it's kind of droughty, but it is kind of dry. You want to know something? I went out at 10 the other day. I went out 10, and the dew was still on the grass. I went out at 10 the other day, and the dew was still on the grass. I have the cold chilling on the bedroom windows, because now it's heat chilling. Is that how that works? We're using plastic, so I'm not sure if it's making it worse or better. Vestum is about to be swept out to the Atlantic Ocean. You wanna know something? It's possibly true, because we... Not to ruin immersion, but the observatory has a really bad drive ray. The observatory has a really bad drive ray. Because it's not paved, it's homemade. It's not paved, it's just homemade. Mylar outer layer. Oh, that's interesting. That's interesting. I'll tell the Parento Bass about that. Because we just use plastic. I have never thought of using Mylar. Hello, and let me get you a shout out. You want to check out Ren, who was managing to play a horror game last night. I think like one of those cheap car sunscreens in the parking lot. Ah, okay, we do have that for protecting one of the Batmobiles. God, I just put bat in front of everything. I just put bat in front of everything. How's the Ren? And no worries, no worries. I gotta give love to the homies, you know. I gotta shout out the homies, my fellow peeps. That's some good thinking. I will steal that. Working right now? Oh man, I hope you can make it. I remember work. Work is awful. Like, I feel bad about not having a job, but then I remember... But then I remember how I felt, and then I'm like, nah. Nah, man. Nah. Don't feel bad. You already felt bad. You felt bad for enough years. Because you worked retail. You worked customer service. You don't have to feel bad anymore. I have only worked customers. Oh no, I worked in a factory once, but a factory is kind of like a D&D dungeon. Once you're in there, there's a possibility you might die there. So very glad I got out of that, because I don't know what was up with that place, but man, I was fucked up. I don't know what was up with that factory, but my emotions were fucked up in there. But yeah, I hope you can survive tonight, Rin. And hopefully I will be good, white noise. We'll be playing some visual novels tonight. Sorry for the void, chat. Speaking of which, chat, come back to me. Baby, come back to me. Come back. I never meant to set you free. Baby, come back. Sorry. I activated, like, a sleeper agent. There is a Utah Hikaru song where those are the lyrics, and, like, every time it's like, oh man, I'm fighting myself right now. Oh no. We keep having power fluctuations, and I'm really worried. We keep having power fluctuations, and I'm a little worried. Oh yeah, the friend who I sent the mod to really loves them. This is about to become an indie horror visual novel pretty soon. Listen, I'm already there. Listen, I'm already there. I'm already living that life. Speaking of which, what did I download for tonight? Okay, we have some old stuff. Oh, speaking of work, I guess we can play overtime. Does this have a thank you for the hand? Ooh, music. I would have you up all night that summed it up very well. It's like he has all this trauma, and then he has the same trauma again, and then he's like, I'm ready to move on. And then there's 2 whole ass games where he does not move on. So what kind of bat-based mayhem are we getting into tonight? We actually do have a bat game. We do actually have a bat-themed game tonight. But after we experience the horrors of overtime. And also Steamboat Willie, because I also have a game about Steamboat Willie in here. Okay, but can we talk about how sick this soundtrack is? Hello? Oh, that's why. Full screen, thank you. Hold up. Oh, chat, I need to put you on. So long as we get to jam to this music on the way, right? But we do actually have a bad-themed visual novel that we will be playing later on. How long is this game again? Boy the boy. 17k words. Okay, maybe we won't get to it tonight. I keep forgetting how long these games I download are. This was made for a Yaoi jam? Okay, the 17,000 words for a jam, okay. It's about the zombie the zombie apocalypse starting in the middle of your work hours. That kinda sucks. Ugh, it's already this late. I just want to go home. But since our office cut down on staff, the working hours have gotten ridiculous. Oh no! Downsizing! That damn boss. I'll kill him one day. This workload is wrong thing. But why did he leave me all alone with him? Hold up. Just in case, do we have a... Oh, we do have... Jazz banger alert. I jammed my finger hard on the keyboard, channeling all my rage into it. I threw a glare across the room. The subject of my anger is currently lounging on the office chair a few desks away. Sakurai was the office's golden boy, favored by our boss and colleagues alike. The girls swooned over his cool, friendly shtick. The guys treated him like some kind of role model. Oh, he looks like... I don't want to say trash, but... he looks trash adjacent. I'll be the one to tell you. All that is just bullshit. There's no way a guy that high spec. There's no way a guy could be that high spec and still have a good heart. They thought he was at the top of the food chain, so I kept trying to one-up me on every task. He probably felt all smug right now, playing the hero, taking on the work because he's oh so nice. I was stuck here because I was the boss's personal trash bin. I know what you're hiding behind that handsome laid-back smile, Sakurai. Oh, Yoshida, look at this. What? Sakurai had clearly finished his work. Instead of hanging out, he was lounging there, scrolling on his phone like he owned the place. Is this a toxic yaoi game or just a yaoi game? We're starting out kinda toxic. Toxic adjacent? Or is there no real difference? No, there's good. There's non-toxic yaoi out there, and I enjoy it. There's non-toxic yaoi out there, and I enjoy it. Like, there's non-toxic crayons. But you know, it's the toxic crayons that have the kick. It's the toxic crayons that have a little bit of kick, the spice. That one where you meet your old buddy from school was pretty wholesome, yeah. It's also very hallmarky. Do you know, in a recent study, 46 of women said they preferred octopus over the big fin reef squid. I don't care. You're done, just go home, leave me alone. Oh, you know, there's this new magic pill on the market. It cures your baldness for you if you take it twice a week. Let me just send you the link. So not only are you talking to me about nonsense, you're calling me bald, Sakurai. In a recent study, 5/4 of Americans have trouble with fractions. To be fair, functions. I should tell you how I feel about fractions, honestly. Forget fractions, they're functions. A&W's 1/3 pound burger walks in. Oh god, not the third pound burger versus the quarter pounder. I don't really care. Why would I need that anyway? I don't know what the female employees saw in him. Once you look past his face, he was just annoying. I sucked in a deep breath and put on the most polite voice I could muster. Hey, Sir Sakurai, if you're finished, why don't you head home? It's dangerous out there, so you should hurry. I'll manage fine on my own. I can't do that. Why not? There's a massive zombie outbreak outside our building right now. It's impossible. Didn't you hear? It's all over social media. Why did you mention that first? Who gives a shit about big fin reef squid? Shit, I said that out loud. No, you have a point, Yoshida. Oh, now that's all the news is these days, isn't it? Zombie this, zombie that. There's nothing juicy about it. There is when it's in front of our building. Sakurai just shrugged. Our office isn't that far from the containment facility. It was bound to happen someday. Remind me of the time someone came into my office and said, "Hey, so there's a fire outside." That was too tight to process what I was saying, so it's just like, oh, okay. That's just how it is now. There's a fire outside. Oh, okay. It's not like immediately dangerous, is it? With that, he went right back to his phone. Tried to push down the panic rising in my throat, doing my best to recall the pamphlet instructions that were passed around the office a while back. While I was still lying unattended in my desk drawer. It was easy to brush aside at the time, even as zombie virus cases skyrocketed. My life had gone on mostly as usual. Damn, we are experiencing a zombie outbreak and life is just going on as usual. Just take some extra precautions, deal with a bit more work, and complain about some higher prices. Expect to come face to face with it like this. Calm down. The first step is to calm down. Came to that, Sakurai was already way ahead of me. In fact, he was whistling a tune. Now he thinks I'm a loser for freaking out like this. Thought irked me enough to clear my head somewhat. I stood and took a few shaky steps toward the window. I'm an adult too, I can handle a little crisis. Carefully, I peeked through the blinds into the scene below. There's a chance he was just reading some bullshit off his feed. I had to check for myself. Yeah, yeah, we kind of failed. Yeah, a lot of things like the third pounder has failed because, you know, math. Let me check when this game come out. Last year. Came out September of last year. What happened was that someone lit a campfire in the forest near the office and a bunch of fire trucks showed up. My blood ran cold. A parade's worth of zombies stormed the gates, toppling over themselves as they struggled against the building's flimsy electronic entrance. Even from here, I could make out the rotting flesh dangling off their bodies. Their exposed bones ground against each other with a horrible noise, muffled only by glass and the two stories between us. But honest to God, I was like, okay, I'll call a fire truck, I guess. So when did this become my problem? I snapped the blind shut. A weapon. I've got to look for a weapon. Beep. How many of them were out there? I don't want to go back and check. Fuck, what do I do? Ah, I died. Beside me, Sakurai had moved on to playing some stupid mobile game. Excuse me, I'm trying to think here. Can you please stop that? I lost the energy for fake niceties and snapped at him. Why don't you put that phone to use and call the helpline instead? Oh, that's right, I almost forgot. Thanks, Yoshida. I ignore his sunny smile as he dialed the number, focusing on my pacing once more. Oh, they're all here. So I was like, okay. There's nothing to worry about, the authorities will be here soon. I got the antivirus spray from the pharmacy, and we can just always tear down the fire extinguisher. I shuddered. Let's hope it never comes to that. Sakurai's call had finally connected. I snapped my head his way, straining to hear both ends of the conversation. Hello, is this the zombie helpline? The voice on the phone was even sleepier than his. I realized immediately that was hopeless. Yes. There's a breakout outside Axis Global's office right now. My coworker and I are the only ones here. Axis Global, huh? That's kinda far. I'll just sit tight until morning. We can't make it before then. What? Hey. We're going to die before it's morning! The voice yawned on the other end, replying with barely repressed annoyance. Please understand, we've all got our hands full over here, so just manage for a few hours. It's late as it is. Is this how a professional should speak to a— Hey! The line went dead with a click. Irana tried ringing back. No one picked up. I'll try it for mine. I pulled my phone out of my pocket only to be met with a dead black screen. On the one day I'd forgotten to bring my charger. It was over. The panic I'd so expertly pushed down rose again, along with stinging tears prickling my vision. I did my best to swallow them back as I returned Sakurai's phone with trembling hands. Instead of the phone, he firmly gripped my wrist. Come on, sit here. When he pulled me down, I fell into a nearby chair in a daze. My mind was full of noise, I could barely feel my legs. The chair began to roll away under my weight, but Sakurai held the armrest steady. Now take a deep breath in. A hug. I let my eyes fall shut as I took a sharp intake of breath. It sounded like exasperation more than anything, but Sakurai paid it no mind. Zombie control as useful as a shit in a windstorm. Yeah, no, that's exactly it. That is exactly it. Hello, Mushroom. Hi, hello. How are you tonight? Welcome, welcome in. My name's Vesper. How'd you find me? What's up? What's up? And let it all out. Deep exhale, my shoulders grew lighter and lost some of their stiffness. But yeah, you're totally right, Galaxy. That is not emergency services. I found you through someone, if you'll let me say who. Sure. Feels better, doesn't it? First rule is to calm down. I already knew that, idiot. I cracked my eyes open. Sakurai was grinning over me obnoxiously. His thumb pointed at the flyer on the wall behind him. Pally, you found me through Pally? Nice. Pally's a good guy. But welcome in. Feel free to sit back, relax. We're playing a yaoi visual novel called Overtime about these two fuckers doing overtime in Japan, and apparently zombie outbreaks just happened. Actually, no, what? Since you mentioned him, let me get a shout out to Pally, who is a really super awesome VTuber himself. Very lovely, very full of nice emo aesthetic. but also happy sunshine. Is there... I forgot. Does he have an underscore? Lo-fi beats survive the zombie apocalypse and get annoyed at a hotline too. Mood. Let me see. Oh, hold on, wait, I just have that in my history. Hold up, let me give a shout to Pally real quick. Okay, no, there is no space. That's where I was going wrong. But welcome in, Mushroom, and I hope you have a good night watching. Feel free to lurk if that's more your preferred jam. But we're pretty talkative around here. We're pretty yappable. I think I have actually seen you in Pally's chat now that I think about it. What do we do in the case of a zombie apocalypse? Stacy, what do we do in case of a zombie apocalypse? Under an illustration of a smiling woman in a suit, there were 5 rules typed out in vibrant color text. 1. Keep calm. 2. Do not leave the building. 3. In case of unusual activity, report immediately. 4. Do not use the zombie survival kit unless absolutely necessary. 5. Just wait for the authorities to arrive. And most importantly, remember our motto, everything will be okay. What a joke. I screamed at the instructions with a sneer. Zombie survival kit? We got something like that? Apparently. You have. I've seen you a couple times. Nice. Have you tried turning it off and on again? Just turning off the zombies? I mean... some zombies you might be able to turn on, but... New donation from the zombie industrial complex. What does the zombie industrial complex have for me, I wonder? Thank you, zombie industrial complex. On behalf of capitalism, this is your pay for working overtime during a zombie outbreak. Thank you, zombie industrial complex. We will follow the instructions unless the instructions decide to suck. But you know, listen, as someone who has worked in a factory, OSHA is not coming to save you. I'm sorry, as someone who has worked in a factory, OSHA is not coming to save you. What I can do in a zombie outbreak, hope to God the zombies can't run like Usain Bolt. True, like, I am thinking about making my own tactical strategy RPG, a Fire Emblem like. I'm not sure what to call what exactly it falls into, because I really don't want to think about height variances on maps. And I'm sitting here going, how am I going to make the enemies vary? Because, like, it's going to be mostly normal people against zombies. I'm like, well, one of them has to be a fast zombie. But it's like, okay, but then you have to debuff the zombie in other ways. I worked 1 week in a factory. I hated every second of it, right? Guys, I have probably permanent lung damage from inhaling, like, carpeting. I probably have permanent... There's probably carpeting within my lungs. There's probably carpeting within my lungs. Have you ever tinkered around with the game Zombicide? I have not. I never heard of it until now, actually. Think we should go check it out? Might as well. I don't know where it is, though. You're right. They never told us. Where do we check first? Storage room? Remind me later. I will show it to you on TTS. Nice. Check out storage, then. You're right down a quiet, empty hallway. With overhead, blinking light. Just like the back rooms. I knew we were the only ones around, but I couldn't help anticipating something in the shadows. But those things have broken in already. Suddenly one of the lights flickered overhead. A girlish shriek escaped my throat, and I clung onto the first thing I could get my hands on. I clutched hard, digging my nails in as I squeezed my eyes shut. Ow, Yoshida, my back! My eyes shot open. The thing I immediately been clawing at was none other than Sakurai's back. I let go and immediately rubbed my palms on my slacks. It's just the lights, there's nothing there. I know that, I was just being careful. I don't mind you clinging on if you're scared, just be gentle, alright? My face went hot with humiliation, and I bravely stormed ahead without a response. Finally, we reached a narrow right door at the end of the hall. Sakurai turned the knob. Both it and the door came loose with a dull thunk. Here. He dropped the knob into my hand and walked into the room without a second glance. I pocketed it and followed behind. After a long search, we left the room with nothing but a broken doorknob. Where do we check first? Well, next. Break room? How about the break room? Oh, good thinking. Might as well grab our stuff. I don't feel like sitting around in the office anymore. The break room was a depressing place. The musty scent of old wallpaper clung to everything, especially the sickly old couch. The sickly orange couch crammed between the vending machine and the dying plant, facing the coffee station and the fridge. The center of the room was a round table big enough for an elementary schooler, surrounded by three chairs of the same size. It overlooked a large window looking into the city, the only beautiful thing about this place. As soon as we entered, Sakurai pointed out the narrow space underneath the couch. Ah, there it is. What the hell is that? The zombie survival kit? Indeed, that's exactly what the label said. But would have, had the marker not run out halfway through. Now, don't look so down. There could be treasure in here. What treasure? I want to kick the box across the room. It is taped firmly shut with layers of duct tape. Even Sakurai, with his toned arm, struggled to open it. This might be the tightest security I've seen here so far. Oh wait, that was Yoshida. Hold on. This might be the tightest security I've seen here so far. You said it. I was getting impatient, though. Oh, just hand it over. Snatching the box from him, I dug my nails into the lid. It's just cardboard. It's no match against brute force. I tore through the box with little regard for its condition. Though the tape did not come off, I managed to rip off the lid itself. Guess forgetting to cut my nails had its perks. I guess that works. So what do we have in here? Disaster. The fucking... The zombie survival box is just made out of cardboard. It's not even like one of those official, like, plastic containers with, like, you know, the name all nicely printed on the lid. The box contained a few supplies: a stack of canned food, a tiny first aid kit, a crowbar, a flashlight, and a sleek black lighter. I mean, I guess it works. Hey, that's my lighter! Sakurai's exclamation boomed in the silence, what's making me jump out of my skin. I thought I lost it weeks ago. Who decided it was okay to put it in here? Back in my pocket you go. Well, congratulations. At least someone is excited about our haul. I let out an audible sigh. Sakurai reached out to pat my shoulder. I shrugged him off on reflex, though he pretended not to notice. Cheer up, you can't expect something high-grade with our budget, can you? I guess not. He gave the crowbar a sulky swing over my head. Home run! This thing's pretty heavy. The single swing was already hurting my arms. That Sakurai could have done it with ease. I threw the crowbar back into the box with another deep sigh. Hey, Yoshida. I was still sulky when Sakurai got up and circled behind me, his presence looming. You're killing team morale! Kyle with a somewhat painful slap on my shoulders, grabbing them even as I squirmed. Let go! Oblivious as ever, he pulled me to my feet with ease and wagged a finger in my direction. The most important qualities in a teen crisis are a positive attitude and a spirit of collaboration. Yeah, and... right now, you're not displaying either of them. Dude, are you talking about morale in a zombie well, I guess he has a point. He kept his voice light, but the usual air of charm had gone missing. The look on his face was one I only seen in company of meetings when he was scolding his subordinates. Having it directed at me left a bitter weight inside my chest. Yeah, Vesper, gotta think about the morale. Hey, I'm all about morale, but I am rewarded with tiny treats. Listen. Listen, I have tiny treats for morale. This jazz music helps my morale. He crossed his arms with a light frown. Look, I know we don't exactly get along. We're stuck together now, so let's just try to get through it, alright? I don't want to really spend what could be my last night sulking. It was jarring. The first time the sock guy in front of me looked human. Not the absurd clunts I always seen him as, but someone I could actually make sense of if I tried. I mulled over his words, the bitterness still heavy. There was nothing snarky to say. Even as embarrassment crept over my neck, I hung my head. I'm sorry. Quiet pause lingered in the air and I grew nervous. Is it too late to apologize? His word's sharper than the angels in my angles in my character model. You know what's the worst part about the zombie kid is? No butter. Everyone knows zombies are stunned when you put butter on their heads. What? Oh, Plants vs. Zombies. That's a Plants vs. Zombies show. Man, it's been... I was stunned at the thought of putting butter on top of zombie heads. It's been a while since I played Plants vs. Zombies. Man, I should play that on stream. Where's Crazy Dave when you need him? Exactly! Crazy Dave will come to save us all! Crazy Dave can save us all. Oh wait, I need to go- I should be going to go get water by now. BRB. Hooked on a feeling. Hooked on a feeling. Don't know why I'm singing that right now. It just came into my mind. How Dave went crazy. I think there is an actual, like, origin comic of that. I think there is some actual, like, Plants vs. Zombies lore. There is Plants vs. Zombies lore, as crazy as that is to say. Also, welcome back from ads, everyone. Though I'm gonna be real, some things might not need lore. I think lore has been a little bit insane as of late. Is it while it's FNAF lore? I think there is time travel. There is time travel, if I remember correctly. Here's the lore of Plants vs. Zombies. There's a zombie on your lawn. There's a zombie on your lawn. There's a zombie on your lawn. We don't want zombies on the lawn. Well, I mean, maybe I want zombies on my lawn, Homeowners Association. Have you ever thought there's a reason why there's a necromancer living here? Maybe the Homeowners Association can suck my dick. Maybe I will stop inflicting plagues upon people if the Homeowners Association stop being awful. OMG, just like TES. Once time travel is added, there's an amount of, oh my god, I cannot take this seriously anymore. Sometimes, as if responding to my thoughts, I felt a large hand on my head. Sakurai's fingers slid into my hair without warning. He played with the strands just long enough to make it weird. What the hell is he doing? Having just apologized to him, I fought back the urge to swat at his hand. Suddenly began ruffling my hair aggressively, sending it into total disarray. Hey, stop that. Alright, you're forgiven. What was that? Nothing, just cheering you up. Your hair is pretty soft. I grumbled as I smoothed it back into place, still feeling the warmth where his fingers had been. So what do we do now? Just wait. I guess until the zombies come storming up into our place. Curled his hand to a roaring gesture, stupid grin creeping back onto his face. I shuddered at the thought. How do you say those scary things so casually? Is your neighbor a zombie or something? Let me turn this down a little. You know the Homeowners Association will never stop being awful. The Homeowners Association are founded in Luxembourg. I would not be surprised if the origins of everything evil was from Luxembourg. Apparently the Homeowners Association is supposed to be helpful. However, I have never heard of any of them being helpful. Like, there is supposed to be, like, this semi-thing between, like, you know, city and, like, I guess, like, there's supposed to be, like, a stepping stone, almost, but I have never heard of them being, like, good. How'd you know? Come on, let's board up the door. I pulled over the chair as the Sakurai bolted the door, pushing them against it for added security. I can't tell if you're joking or not. Who knows, let's push the table against it too. We each lifted one end of the table, heaving as we carried it to the entrance. You're only joking, right? You didn't get an infection or anything, did you? Yoshida, you're so fun to tease. I'm serious. We set the table down with a thud, leaning against it as we caught our breath. I stood a short distance away from Sakurai, who knew what he was carrying. I'm tired. My eyes drifted shut. There's nothing in the air but the steady hum of the vending machine and the low buzz of overhead lights. It's the quietest I ever heard in the office. A silence so still it gave me goosebumps. I strained my ears, half expecting the distant shrieks of whatever lay outside. All I heard was the uneven, unmistakably human breathing of Sakurai next to me. Nothing else to ground me. I ended up focusing on it. Before I even realized it, the pace of my breath matched the rhythm of his. My eyes fell open when I noticed the sound grow distant, replaced instead by light footsteps. Sakurai had run into the window, leaning against it as he searched inside his pockets. I felt uncomfortably exposed by myself, so I walked over to him as well. He glanced at me with an unreadable smile as he fished out a pack of cigarettes. Sure you want to stand near me? I might bite. Don't be ridiculous. You would have done it by now if you had to. Sakurai laughed and lifted a cigarette to his mouth, pausing with his lighter held midair. Do you mind if I smoke? Do as you wish. I slid my gaze to the window. The city outside could hardly be called glittering anymore. Only a few lights flickered amidst a sea of boarded up windows and companies long out of business. I thought about it. It was a wonder ours had survived this long. I glanced down to spite myself, but it was deserted. There was nothing to see except a sagging mattress balanced atop a trash heap. It wasn't too far from our floor. Those things learned how to scale a wall that could reach us in no time. Yoshida, you're thinking some horrible scenario again, aren't you? I flinched, pulling away my gaze to look at him. It's like, oh no, you caught me red-handed. Oh, hold on. Oh, that's a good pose. Hello? Now that's a sexy pose. He leaned his shoulder against the glass, one hand resting in his pocket while the other loosely dangled a cigarette between two fingers. He stared at my face with a half-lidded look, then turned his head just slightly to blow smoke out the side. Of course he looks cool when he's smoking. It was one of the many little things about him that irritated me. I'd grown strangely used to it. The annoyance came and left with a spark. While I watched him inhale slowly, posture relaxed as if he had all the time in the world. I could go for a puff myself. Not just smoke leave his mouth in soft tendrils, its nostalgic smell curling to my nose. I'm trying to quit lately, but this situation was an exception, right? For all I knew, it could be the last one I'd ever have. Sakurai. You got enough to share? Sakurai blinked, his face flickered in surprise before lighting up. He rummaged through his pockets and peered out inside the crumpled pack. There's exactly one more. Guess you should save it then. You know, the Ben Franklin effect. What's the Ben Franklin effect? Shaking his head, he held out the last cigarette to me. How do you get someone to like you? Get struck by lightning? Ask them for a favor. I love how it was so totally normal, but I immediately went to get struck by lightning. Shaking his head, he held up the last cigarette to me. And missed out on this opportunity. I furrowed my brows in confusion, even as I took a step closer to accept it from him. What opportunity? It's not every day you ask me for something so nicely. I have to reward that. Here, I'll light it for you. Damn! Oh, that's... Oh, that finger placement, that's on purpose. I'm sorry, I had to drink. The lighter flicked open with a metallic click. His knuckles brushed against my chin as the warmth of the flame grew closer. The dab would approve. I lifted my gaze to his, and he returned it with a calm, almost satisfied expression. You look pretty pleased. Of course, this is the camaraderie I've always dreamt of. Once the tip had caught flame, I leaned back to put some distance between us. I took a deep, slow puff. I could settle my throat before sighing it out. A familiar comfort spread through my nerves, and I relaxed my body somewhat. You look pretty cool right now. Sakurai observed my movements with surprising focus. Feeling a little self-conscious, I straightened up. You don't have to act so humble. Just take the compliment. It doesn't sound like it's sincere. It doesn't sound sincere coming from a guy like you. It's like you're making fun of me. I hadn't meant to say it so directly. I felt lighter once the words slipped out. Sakurai laughed like he'd been expecting them. You don't think too highly of me, huh? Not really. But you're the same, right? I avoided his gaze, busying myself with tapping ash onto the windowsill. What do you mean by that? I'm so nice to you. I'm nice to you? What do you mean you think I mean? You are, but... Hug, you won't get it. You can't leave me hanging this far in. It's like on that day when we made that deal with Takeda Pharmaceutical. Relatable, honestly, yeah. It was an online meeting. I was doing a great job for once on a presentation I prepared all night, so suddenly in the middle of my speech. Alright, I'll take it from here. Sakura interrupted me, snatching the reins and steering the discussion like it was nothing. Client praised our team effort afterwards, but only left me with simmering rage. Sakurai seemed surprised. Is that what you were so mad about? Your audio was glitching like crazy that time. I didn't have a choice. I thought you noticed. Sorry. But it's not just that. Even today, you took on all that extra work just to show off. You ought to be the only one working late, and you rubbed it in my face. The pent-up stress slipped out with the smoke, hanging between us. Yeah, I knew. I wasn't trying to show off, really. Then what? Sakurai turned his head to the window, the soft embers catching light in his eye, where he took a long drive. Contemplated for a while before dropping his voice a pitch. I guess it didn't feel right leaving you here by yourself. He glanced at me from the corner of his eye, his lips curling softly. It's a good thing I stayed back, right? My breath hitched, and just for a second, I understood. My girls giggled over him at the coffee station, while our clients pampered him like he was their own son. Even someone as immune as me had a moment or two of weakness. Such was the indomitable power of an attractive man. Damn, he not wrong though. Damn, Yoshida not wrong though. I wasn't sure I believed or understood his sweet talk, but Damn it, zombie alarm! Wait. Ray! Imagine if like silence sounded like that. Ray! A siren tore through my words before I could even form them. Silence, and again. Ray!
See that? Everyone rushes at me like crazy.
Hello, Comey! Hello, hello! Fox, Dragon Ray, really? Apocalypse during Pride Month? Welcome in, Raiders! I see double raid! Hello, hello, Comey! Ryuga, hello, hello! Everyone who doesn't know me, hi, hello! Hias, konnichiwa. Although, although it's late at night, so it'd be konbanwa? But how's everyone doing? My name is Rest of Fortune. Bad of Fortune, Witch of Fate. Here to help you change yours. We are still doing, SFAC. Once again, they are scheming again. Oh no. What is happening with those thems? Let me get y'all a shout out. How was, the Star... I nearly said the Star Trek book. It's a Star Wars book, if I remember correctly. Everyone, please go check out Ryuga and Komi, both of whom are very awesome variety streamers. Komi, I think you're going through Kingdom Hearts right now. And Komi is also having a donathon, so go donate to Komi, who is trans and needs help. And is totally super awesome Kitsune streamer. Oh, here we go. Listen. I need to give all my friends the help that they want and deserve. And also, please go check out Iga, who is also a nice variety streamer. Tomorrow is Final Fantasy 14. Are we doing the end of 7.5, or are we returning to the Arcadian tomorrow? But we is also a variety VTuber and streamer, and they are like super awesome. Okay, where is my model? Hello. And much like we, I am doing SFAC. We are on the tail end of SFAC, so I totally understand. We have reached 150 due to very charitable donations from multiple people. I'd like to thank everyone, by the way. But, yeah, tonight I'm playing some more yaoi. We're playing more gay. We're playing gay indies until the end of the month. Where the hell am I at? And tonight we're playing Overtime, a visual novel about two guys locked in a Japanese office building in a I don't want to say post-apocalypse, but zombie outbreaks are apparently normal. And our poor two dudes are experiencing zombie apocalypse during overnight hours. And they're getting to know each other. Getting to know you. Getting to know all about you. And we just had the first experience of them sharing a cigarette and sharing inner feelings about each other. And more or less just came from FF14. I left off right after meeting Horsefant. Kind of how to spell it again. I said enough, right? Yeah, Horsefant, yeah. You almost got it. You were just missing the N and the T. But welcome in, Raiders. If you need to raid and win, totally get. If you need snacks, drinks, water, foods, medications, get those. But feel free to sit, stay, chill. It's just a nice chill night, because, I'm recuperating from working my ass off yesterday for, SFAX, so... So feel free to sit and be chill with me. 2 long rings, one after the other. Signal that there had been an invasion. They broke in? The cigarette rolled out of my hand. Relax, they just reached the ground floor. It'll be a while before they get here. And so what? So what, Sakurai? Whether a time bomb went off in hours or minutes, the outcome was always the same. Everyone dies. My throat tightened. My stomach curled in on itself. Looked at Sakurai, then the door. The flimsy lock was still in place, but I could already imagine it. Rotten bodies spilling through the entrance, climbing mindlessly over the useless furniture we put up for protection. Inching closer and closer until they grabbed me by the leg and... At least I got some jams in the interim, yeah. Somewhere in the distance I could already hear the low, guttural moan of something inhuman. We stayed frozen to our spots as more voices joined in, growing louder with the closing distance. Then suddenly, all of them were muffled. Don't listen to it. The noise was replaced by my own blood rushing through my head. Sakurai had covered my ears with both hands. The more I shook, the harder he pressed. He angled my head so I was forced to look at him. The minutes passed by. With all my senses caught up in Sakurai, it was hard to focus on anything else. I was too aware of his hands on my skin. Warm, staying a bit clammy. I noticed the pulse at his temple, standing out against his calm expression. He must have been shaken in his own way. Are we not going to get a CG? He lingered for a few seconds before stepping back, and finally removed his hands from my ears. I realized the noise had stopped. My sound left was a low rumble. Not from outside, but from the one right in front of me. Sakurai looked embarrassed, playing a hand over his stomach with a nervous laugh. Don't mind me. Didn't realize because of the situation. But our last meal was hours ago. I was suddenly aware of my own empty stomach. Now I am hungry too. We should get something to eat. The canned food will actually be like, you know, it'll have actual fucking calories. Let's open up the canned food. I glanced at the cardboard box lying a few feet away. Guess we could open up the canned food. 2 of us walked over to the box and crouched on the floor. I picked up the tin and turned around to read the label. It's tuna. Didn't have to check the label. When I opened it up, the smell was strong enough to know. Well, it'll do. As I couldn't help feeling miserable. This isn't what I want my last meal to be like. There you go again, being all gloomy. We just need to make it till the helpline guys arrive, and there'll be plenty of nice meals after that. Yeah, right. Though I hate to say it, you seem like the type who'd complain even if I sold you top-class sushi. I wouldn't. I'm a man of simple desires. Oh, such as... Well, in the first place, it's not about the food. All I want is a quiet, simple dinner at home with my family and an ideal situation. And hello, Starcars. Let me get you a shout out as well. Wait, I should probably get shout out Ryuga first. Hold on. I should really get a shout out command. How are you tonight, Karst? Welcome in. Damn, I could go for some top class sushi. Who could not? And a Sly. How are you tonight, Sly? And oh, ooh, That's an emo. I mean, hi, Vesper. Hello, Sly. How are you tonight? Welcome, welcome in. So we got Star and Sly and Ryuga and Komi. I hope everyone's doing well tonight. Sorry to pop my chest. I mean, go ahead, King. Go ahead. Guess it'd be nice if a beautiful girl cooked it for me. Yoshida, really? In this moment, you're being heterosexual in Pride Month, of all things? I love doing that. I mean, you could get one. I've seen people, I've seen a lot of people offering those. Wait, those? No, I don't think Kaylin has those in the freak shop. You might be bisexual, to be fair. True. True. I want a girlfriend. I want to get married. Oh, okay. During Pride Month? You have my blessings. What about you? Me? He scratched his chin as he thought for a moment and then shrugged. Did feel good a few days ago because I finally got an idea of how I can work the hair for a new update. Ooh! Are you making your own? Are you making it in V-Void or are you doing 2D? He scratched his chin as he thought for a moment, then shrugged. I'm fine with whatever. Oh wow, whatever. I think he's firstly going for you. He's fine with me. Okay, let me get Cars to that shout out. That's why I got closer to the camera. I don't know yet, but after fixing the hair, get everything together. But anyways, how is you guys? But I'm doing quite well. I am relaxing today. And I'm taking tomorrow off to focus on the self. Let me get that shout out for a star. Please go follow Star Cost. I'm not... Wait, am I not following Star already? I'm fixing that. With a sticky note to your face? Well, I have the sticky note for charity. The sticky notes for charity, I will be taking them off at the end of June, though. They actually get to be taken off tonight. Like, after tonight, because I think... Is tomorrow the last... Yeah, tomorrow is the last day of June. I will have them up. I will have them up as a reminder, though. Like, I can put them back on if people want me to. Redeem 5,000 points. I put on the sticky notes from the charity. Oh my gosh, the Powerpuff Girls meme is getting close. Hold up, I'm checking some things. Okay. But your last meal! Exactly, if I'm going to die anyway, it's not like I'll remember anything, right? But think of the people waiting for you back home. Don't you want to make some memories with them before it's over? I don't want to go back to the colorless world. Don't worry. It may be the end of Pride, but you want to know what next month is? Wrath. Because it's too fucking hot. It's gay wrath tomorrow. It's gay wrath. For the rest of July. We have been gay. Now we go do the crime. If I wanted hot, then I could ask a man to just... Oh, wow. It's so popular too. I bet you have a whole line rating. What are you even talking about? Don't lie, I've seen the girls flock to you after work. You saw nothing, I saw everything. I perceive all. Why can't I open my fucking... There we go. Sakurai laughed with no sign of elaborating. As I continued staring down, he huffed out a sigh. I don't have anyone like that. I'm a pretty no strings attached guy. Not even your family? Not really. We get along fine and all, but that's all it is. I wasn't expecting that. I guess even guys like him had their troubles. Well, not like it was my place to pry into his business. I felt a bit of pity of him. I cleared my throat. You know, if you can't really find anyone, I wouldn't mind showing up. I regretted the words at the moment I said them. There's no way he'd want that. After a surprised pause, his face softened into a small smile. Thanks, so I'll keep that in mind. Yeah, not like you'll need it, though. A weird expression flashed across Sakurai's face, but he said nothing. Most of our meal passed without conversation. Occasionally, the sound of a zombie's disembodied gurgle, the clatter of furniture worked its way through the floors below. Every time I turned my stomach enough to bring all the food spilling back out. Held back the urge. Two of us managed to finish somehow. As Sakurai returned from throwing out the trash, I noticed him stifling a yawn. Sleepy? A bit. I just get tired after eating. It's fine. You can take a nap if you want. I'll keep watch. To prove my point, I even reached down to pick up the crowbar we found earlier. Held back a rinse. It never gets any lighter, does it? No, really, it's fine. Oh gee, he's me. I eat a late dinner and I'm almost asleep. I found and settled deeper into the couch, filling with the crowbar. You think I can't manage on my own? I never said that. Sakurai laughed lightly as he walked over, plopping down next to me. And with all the empty space in the world, he sat close enough to brush our knees together. It was amazing, the lengths he went to get on my nerves. He smiled at me, but I regarded him apprehensively as I tightened my grip on the bar. He thought for a moment. Alright, fine, I accept your offer, but let's take turns, okay? I nodded. That sounded fair. Sakurai leaned back into a comfortable position, his head rolling onto the backrest and in my direction. A cheeky grin played on his lips. What, aren't you sleepy? I am, but it's kinda hard falling asleep in an unfamiliar place. I might need your help. That's so, you fall asleep just fine at your desk. Well, what do you want me to do? Like lend me your shoulder or something? What? How's that supposed to help? You don't need to worry about that. Ugh. It was an odd request, but whatever. Nothing he said ever made sense anyway. I almost brushed him off on instinct, but that didn't feel right either. Dull, he stayed to keep me company. He did call me down earlier. All his polite things, I guess I could indulge his stupid request. Oh lord, it started! Oh lord! Heated office rivalry. I should really watch that. Except they'll start playing Twister like that Sabrina Carpenter song. Which Sabrina Carpenter song? Because now I need to go look it up. I shifted closer, relaxing against the backrest. The warm weight of Sakurai's head fell on my shoulder, his hair tickling the side of my neck. I found with satisfaction as he buried his face in it. Also, is heated rivalry good? I've heard very many good things about. Heck, why? Why I feel like I want someone to relax to my shoulders like that? That part in when did you get that part when she says, "Take me to Naked Twister back at your place." Ah. Mood. Mood. Before you ask where did I get that effect, I said that into my jar that I'm drinking water out of because I am aesthetic. You're still perceiving us. Well, you're my chat. You're my bats. I need to be looking at you. But here, I will look at you in a cuter fashion. I did a double take, triple take. Take me to Naked Twister back at your place. Double take, triple take. Take me to Naked Twister back at your place. Did I not take off my eyes? There we go. That tickles. I turned to complain, but only ended up buying back my words. Sakurai looked peaceful. I always had that easy expression on his face, so I never paid attention. But the difference was obvious this close. His brows and jaw relaxed, and his eyes had fallen shut. He didn't stir as I watched him. Had he dozed off already? Sigh, what am I doing? I shouldn't stare at a sleeping guy. Is he? It's just Sakurai. There was nothing interesting to look at. Uh-huh. Is someone experiencing awakening? Not the Fire Emblem game, but the, game. No one can experience two at once. Says the one that can be, as they say, pitching the tent. He parted his lips in a content huff, leaning closer. I gulped back a noise. I could feel his warm breath against my neck now. It was uncomfortable, and I felt too aware of it. It was just hard to breathe. I couldn't move. He'd wake up if I did. I threw another glance at his face. They were faint. I could see the traces of dark lines under his eyes. I could sense the stiffness of his shoulders brushing against mine. Damn, I have dark lines under my eyes, but they're not subtle. This is pretty gay, bro, says the one that could be having a gay bro moment. Ah, yes. Everyone's favorite yaoi trope. The straight main character. Everyone, it's your favorite yaoi trope, the heterosexual wank main character. It was just Sakurai. I wasn't that heartless of a guy. Just for a while, I'll allow him to rest. Out of common courtesy, nothing else, I endured the strange feeling without moving an inch. Several minutes had passed since then. Sakurai was still asleep on my shoulder. She had grown numb from his rape. His ceiling light continued to buzz over our heads. Everything seemed as usual, but I couldn't put my finger on it. It might have been the sudden lack of a conversation partner, or the fact that I had nothing to do. But something fell off. I tightened my grip on the crowbar. I want girls and sees a man on his shoulder. I wonder if they could wear a bra and such. What's a little homoerotic questioning between the homies? A homie's kissing homies. That's not gay. It's not gay if it's your friend. Above me, the light plopped faintly. It flickered once, twice, before steadying again. Now, the break room lights have always been junk. They kept flickering in uneven bursts, until at last they went out completely. Sakurai, wake up. Something's wrong. My tension building in my chest. I lightly shook Sakurai. He started and blinked a few times, only half awake as he squinted at his surroundings. What happened? Did you turn off the lights? I didn't. That's what's wrong. The power's out. That's... Right. That's not good. Despite saying that, he took his time to stretch and yawn lazily. I grit my teeth and dug my nails into my palm. Leaning down, I sifted through the box, clicking my tongue until I finally landed on the flashlight. I flicked the switch again. Nothing. It's useless. Of course it was. I threw it aside with a clatter and shrank back into the seat, squeezing my eyes shut. A sharp flash of light cut through the dark, irritating me even through closed eyelids. I opened them to find Sakurai shining his front in my face, its torch facing me directly. It's fine, we got our own little flashlight here. We should save it for emergencies, though. I nodded shakily. Neither of us spoke, and even the lights in the vending machine had gone quiet. Most strangely, there was no more noise from the floors below. Were they not there anymore? If not, where had they gone? My voice was a hoarse whisper. The zombies, do you think they left? Sakurai didn't answer. But when you imagine your homie as a girl so that you can kiss them, that's just a bro, so it's fine. No, right? Or being the homie's best girl. Didn't have to, because the shuffle of footsteps down the hall had already answered for him. He froze. Sakurai tensed against me, the leftover sleep disappearing in an instant. Film stepped a little straighter, his body still steady but uncharacteristically stiff. Careful not to move a muscle, I shifted only my eyes towards him. It was hard to make out, but his head was turned toward the window. I wanted to ask what he was thinking, but it'd be stupid to speak right now. Instead, I listened carefully. From the sound of it, they must be in the office. Without the barrier of cell floors and ceilings between us, it got much louder. The long rails overlapped. I could picture the blind commotion as they ran in and fell over each other. The heavy crash of a file cabinet echoed through the walls. Oops. I jerked, latching onto Sakurai's arm on an impulse. He gasped and tore his eyes from the window at last. He stayed still even as I grew taller with every new sound. The fear receded as they continued to assault my ears, but I still curled my fingers around his sleeve. I wished I could have made a call back home. Wish I could have gotten that promotion before all this. I wish I weren't about to die of version. Really, that's what you're thinking about right now. So close to the end, my mind churned with regrets. I knew I had to stay quiet, but the lump in my throat won out. A faint sniffle escaped. I feel like we're going to fix one of those by the end of this. Sakurai flinched at the sound. Sorry. I couldn't hold it back. I really didn't want to be the end like this. I didn't want to go out so pathetically, not on the dusty break room couch. Shifting slightly, Sakurai wriggled his arm around my grass. I guiltily clenched my fist, wiping away a tear that had rolled down my cheek. But then the arm wrapped firmly around my shoulder. The light squeeze, he pulled me close. Hold up. Oh! He silently hid my face in his chest. His nose pressed against his my nose pressed against his shirt, took in the faint scent of smoke, softened by his warmth. Instead of despair, part of me thinks I'd just laugh at it if I were in this situation. Dying in the break room, of course. Should have been suffocating, embarrassing, but as the fabric muffled my choked sobs, I could only feel grateful. Sakurai stayed still the whole time, holding me steady. And that was when I realized something. In my long line of regrets, being stuck here with him had never made the list. Is this what the kids call trauma bonding? I mean, yeah, I think so. Though usually it's not as the trauma is happening. No, wait, yeah, it kinda is. Never mind. Something curled in my chest, and I blinked away the last of my tears. His shirt had grown wet against my cheek. I cringed, but I couldn't bring myself to pull away. I waited for him to make the first move, but instead he put his chin on my head. He hid his lips in my hair, so that I could only hear him. Hey, Yoshida. His voice was a faint whisper. It brushed and sent a faint tingle through my scalp. I had to strain my ears to hear him. Please don't say ass. Please don't say ass. Please don't say ass. Please don't. Actually, I think there's more of these versions of trauma bonding that has been a thing. Earlier you asked me what I want my last meal to be, right? I nodded lightly. What was he getting at? I can't answer that. There is something I'd like once I make it out of here. What? None of the things that Kai down the block, nor a tall, chilled glass of beer. Yoshida, would you join me? Yeah, there's multiple versions of trauma bonding. There's probably like exact words for it. And then there's probably even more German words for it. I think there's like a more toxic version of it, isn't there? That's called toxic codependence. That's called codependency issues, probably. Just the cover of another does feel good, yeah. The answer felt obvious. The world went quiet for a moment, almost gentle. Sakurai waited patiently for my response, and then... an arm splintered right through the break room door! The chairs pressed against it dropped like flies. The table slid out of the way with ease. The arm clawed at the door, revealing more of itself with every movement. My mind froze. I couldn't tear my eyes away from it. Sakurai's arm had fallen off my shoulder and gripped the back of the couch. I had to do something, anything. Excuse me, I was feeling like an emotional gay. The arm banged against the door, frustrated at its resistance. Soon enough, the hinges gave way with a metallic shriek and brought the whole thing crashing down. The body emerged in a cloud of dust, only a silhouette in the dark. I could still make out the viscous fluids dripping from every orifice, yet the disgusting way it splattered on the floor. And God, that smell, even from the opposite end of the room, it was unbearable. My nostril burned, and I retched. Something sour building in my throat clogged my senses even as I held my breath. Sakurai gagged next to me, hand flying up to cover his mouth. I watched the figure stalk forward until it stood halfway between us and the door. More bodies followed behind, all of them trying to fit through the entrance at once. The zombies played the music, by the way. Rather than individual figures, I felt like rather watching one disgusting, squirming mass of meat. The old plaster on the walls began to chip off under their pressure. Fear coursed through my nerves and robbed my lips of feeling. A point I barely even realized when the crowbar had fallen out of my hand. The sound of metal hitting the floor echoed through the silence. All heads snapped in its direction, suddenly alert. Fuck. Is this the meat dimension they mentioned in Persona 4? Sakurai grabbed my arm, pulling on it hard enough to almost free it from the socket. Managed to get on my feet, and then it all went to chaos. Body in the center lunged at us in a fell swoop. Adrenaline slammed through me as I dove to the floor, snatching the crowbar where it had fallen, luckily just within reach. I swung, barely aware what I was hitting the dart. My eyes squeezed shut as it met with a nasty crunch. Something splattered against my skin. A putrid smell now clung to my body. My eyes flew open and I groped frantically for Sakurai's presence. I'm here. Sakurai met my searching fingers, squeezing them before he let go. Did it bite you? No, I'm fine. You saved me. He gestured at the floor where the zombie had fallen, skull split open. Despite the disgust, relief washed over me, but didn't last long. The bodies at the door had already spilled into the room, crawling about like wild animals. The rags of hospital clothes clung to their frames, reminders of what they had once been. No, these things aren't human anymore. Still, I froze in hesitation for just a second. What are you thinking? Sakurai shoved a table in my path, sending two of them toppling over to the ground. I turned to my senses. Get together. I backed away, only for an arm to grab my shoulder from behind. Ugh. For only a hunk of bones and peeled skin, its grip was too strong. Sweat ran down my neck as I craned my head away from his teeth. Think fast. I stamped on its foot over and over until it finally let go. Had no time to catch my breath before the next bite threw itself at me, jaws wide, then another, then another. I dodged, shoved, swung. The crowbar cracked bone again and again until the sound barely registered. When does this nightmare end? Old bodies staggered back to their feet. New ones poured through the entrance. Sweat clouded my already obscured vision and my arms ached. I could feel myself being sapped of strength. We were no match for these guys. Our fate was sealed. Next time I swung my crowbar, there was no sound. Bogged down by fatigue, I missed. The weapon scraped past the body by a hair's width. He immediately lunged toward the bar. Bodies just throw themselves at me. Words that apply to both clubs and the zombie apocalypse. True. calling me out like this? No need to call me out like this. Oh, by the way, I'm just relaxing before ad break. There we go, there it is. I'm gonna leave y'all right here while I go get water. Actually, I'll leave y'all on the beer. I saw the heat index and it said 91. I'm like, no, girl, you can go back. Go to wherever summer goes. Leave me alone. Let me have spring again, okay? Thanks, bye. Let me have spring again, okay? Thanks, bye. Let me pop in on my... Yeah. Okay, it's late and I have a bunch of stuff on my to-do list in the morning. This has been oodles of fun, but I must be moving on. No worries, RX. Sleep well and dream well. And I hope you can get through all your stuff and still have, you know, like, lots of free time to enjoy. So, good night and good fortune to you. Welcome back from ads, by the way, everyone. Clinging onto it with bony hands, its teeth clamped over the rod. No matter how hard I tried shaking it off. Shake it off, shake it off. Oh, wow. Sorry. That gel can no longer contain me. No matter how hard I tried shaking it off, it refused to let go. Fuck. Can afford to lose my weapon, not now. Sewing arm wrapped tight around my waist. A hand covered my own on the crowbar and pulled. With double the force, it escaped the zombie's mouth with a screech. I stumbled backwards, anchored by the arm, Sakurai's arm. He launched a sharp kick into the zombie's stomach, and sent it falling backwards. Could barely process what just had happened. My heart's still in my mouth. I realized my hands were empty. I panicked before noticing the bar was now in Sakurai's. His other hand had left my waist and gripped my hand instead. We're getting out of here. Huh? I glanced at the doorway, which was blocked off completely. Not only was it teeming with zombies, getting there in the first place was impossible. But Sakurai dragged me by the arm, swinging at anything in his path like he was hacking away at reeds. Not toward the doorway, but the window. By the time I realized what he's about to do, Sakurai had let go of me. He gripped the crowbar with both hands. Wait, Sakurai! Iron crashed against the glass and cracked it into a spider web. Stop, that's insane! Stand behind me. You even listening? The bar crashed into the window once again, sending shards flying in the air. I ducked behind Sakurai for safety. What are you doing, stupid? We don't have time for this! As I checked behind nervously, Sakurai made another blow. The window shattered at last, cool night air bursting against our faces. Sakurai turned to me as I stared at him in horror. It's like I almost forgot about the zombies. Let the crowbar fall and hoisted a leg onto the windowsill. You want to jump out the window? You see another way out? I flinched. The entrance, our only exit, was still blocked. Too grossly outnumbered. And any help, even if it arrived, would be too late. But still, the window? Sakurai gripped the top of the window with one arm and thrust the other in my direction. Yoshida, let's go! Half his body was now exposed to the wind, ready to jump. The thing keeping him was his outstretched hand, open, waiting. Take his hand. Shh. Fine. If I was going to die either way, I'd rather do it on my own terms. I put my hand in his without as much as a glance behind and let him wrap firmly around it. All happened so fast. Sakurai flashed a wide grin as he pulled me up. The clawing hand of a zombie missed me by mere inches as I was lifted onto the windowsill. I clung onto the edge for dear life. The wind blew in my face, and I no longer felt the floor beneath my feet. The realization of what I was about to do dawned on me. My heart thudded in my chest. I was shaking hard enough that I nearly lost my grip on the window. My head spun when I looked down. 2 stories was no joke. This is kind of exciting, isn't it? Sakurai, please! You have Smash games to make! I'm sorry, every time his name comes up, I keep thinking of Sakurai from Super Smash, who made Super Smash Brothers. He cried out over the scene of pure chaos. Seriously, I didn't think this guy was ever going to change. Somewhere, somehow, I was just as insane for going along with him. Hang on tight. A swift motion, his hold switched from my hand to my waist. An arm came around to cover the back of my head, and then the floor beneath my feet was really gone. I was flying. Barely registered the zombies' voices, growing fainter by the second. The world flashed before my eyes. The wind compressed our bodies at the same time that gravity pulled us down. I felt truly weightless. Sakurai's arms had wrapped tight around my body like a life jacket and a helmet in one. At some point I'd done the same. I held on tighter as we fell. I was almost completely devoid of thoughts. When you're already mid-air, zooming towards the ground, there's not much you can do. There's no point worrying about anything. Just closing your eyes and bracing for impact. I enjoyed the cool air on my skin. I felt the world slip away into the darkness and Sakurai's arms protecting me through it all. We landed with a soft thump. I realized it when my body hit something that wasn't air. The sharp whoosh of our fall had quieted into nothing. Slowly, I cracked my eyes open like I'd just woken up from a long nap. It took a while for them to adjust. I blinked as I took in my surroundings. Not really sure where I was, or in what state. Was I even alive? Was this the afterlife? No, since when was the afterlife a dingy alley behind an office building? The two of us had made a looky rounding on top of a dusty mattress. I noticed it while we were smoking earlier. Man, that felt like ages ago. I didn't think it ended up being a lifesaver. No. Something grunted beneath me. When I looked down, I realized exactly where I had landed. My body lay comfortably on top of Sakurai, who was on his back. His arms had loosened around me, but still lightly secured my head. Yoshida. You okay? Oh, wow. Did you get hurt? Sakurai looked down at his body, then his surroundings, as if he wasn't really sure. He smiled weakly. Yeah, I'm good. He stared at my face with a dazed look, and his fingers curled in my face with a sleepy tenderness. How about you? Are you fine? Yeah. Good. It seemed like my mind and my body had finally caught up with each other. Now that adrenaline had went off, relief and exhaustion crashed over me all at once. That was insane. Loud exhale, my head dropped onto Sakurai's chest of its own accord. I was so drowsy I could have fallen asleep right there and then. Sakurai laughed. What is this? The Persona 5 music alike sound pack? It was scary. Really? It was surprising to hear from a guy who was grinning just seconds before the jump. You get scared? Of course I do. I don't think we actually make it. Wait, so you're just dragging me into a double suicide? Sakurai chuckled under his breath, trickling off into a tired sigh. Sorry. I can't believe it. The sliver of sky visible past the walls was slowly turning lighter. Soon it'll be the next morning, and the first rays of sunlight would bounce off the brick walls. Sakurai's chest rose and fell beneath me. His fingers still rested gently in my hair. It's fine. I'm just glad we're alive. My chin still resting on his chest, I lifted my face to his and smiled. Hello? I guess we'll be getting that chilled glass of beer after all. His hand stilled. I thought I felt his heart race just slightly under my chin. Lifted his head with some effort, his thumb coming up to stroke my temple. He pursed his lips like he was holding something back. For a moment, I thought he might lean closer. But instead, he throws his head back on the mattress, mumbling "never mind" under his breath. After a pause, he replies to me with a soft smile. I can't wait. Oh wait, can we get the kiss? Hold on, can we get the kiss? Is there a kiss? Though now that I think about it, is that shop even open anymore? Ah, you're right. I think Dona packed up and left for his hometown a while back. It was safer there, apparently. What a bummer. I was almost looking forward to it. And thou art I. Thou hath awakened the twink persona. I think From my experience, that seems to just be the hanged man persona, huh? Well, there's one thing we could do. I think I have a few beers stocked up in the fridge at my place. It's not the same, but we can, you know, if you want to. I fumbled through my words. Now that I hear the situation had worn off, I was starting to feel awkward. To be honest, I still wasn't used to being nice to Sakurai. Well, after everything that happened, I didn't have much of a reason not to be. Beer is beer, doesn't matter where it's from. What matters is the company. That's so. Well then, see you around. Oh, wait. Was that all of it? Oh! Oh! Hold up! Hold up, chat! We have effort to make. Yes, but thou have fucked up. Oh, wait, after story? Hold on, wait, after story? No, wait, hold on, after story? A few days have passed since the incident at the office. According to the news, those zombie hellblind guys did actually arrive. 4 hours after we escaped, that is. The office building has shut down since then. Of course, we still had to work from home, but the building itself was closed off for repairs and serious disinfection. The whole area around it was quarantined. We weren't really sure when we'd be able to go back. Well, that was fine with me. Even the mental image of that shitty break room was enough to make me sick. I'd much be stuck in the comfort of my home, boring as it was. I still had work to distract myself. I managed that for the most part. It's only when I tried to sleep at night, and the room was a bit too dark and every creak sounded like footsteps. I found myself soaked in sweat, heart racing and unable to move a muscle. But for now, it was only evening. The lights were still on, and the footsteps in my living room belonged to someone I actually let in. It wasn't my imagination, it wasn't a zombie, it's just Sakurai roaming the place like he was at a museum. He thumbed through every book on my shelf, every souvenir gathering dust in the corners. He had comment for everything he touched. And this is from our business trip last year, right? I didn't think you'd still be taking care of it. I walked out of the kitchen with a tray in hand, balancing 2 cans of beer and some snacks. Sakurai stood toying with some intricate porcelain showpiece I didn't even remember I owned. Hey, put that down, it'll break. And stop snooping around my house already. Sorry. Again, returned the item to its place. As I set the cans down on the table, he walked over and slumped onto the couch in front of it. Following the whole zombie fiasco, Sakurai and I exchanged numbers and even a few text messages. It's the first time since then I've seen him in person. I joined him on the opposite end of the couch and pulled up my feet, relaxing my back against the armrest. I threw him a glance. He looked the same as ever, mostly. For one, I never seen him outside of work. It was kind of weird seeing him in casual clothes. Even weirder having him in my apartment, lounging on my couch. It didn't feel real. Sakurai reached for the cans, meeting my eyes as he handed one over. What is it? That's just... Can't really get used to having you here. Someone told me I'd be inviting you over a few weeks ago. I would call them crazy. Ouch, is it really that unthinkable? Come on, you can't imagine it either, right? Besides, I guess you know already, but I didn't exactly have the best impression of you back then. What about now? Now it's not that bad, I guess. You're kinda hot. You're kinda hot, I guess. This dude's one drink of soda from bouncing on it. Not soba, Sobe? No. What's that one drink with the meme? Where it's like, oh, this is soju, yeah! The bottled soju, where most of it is, this tastes good, and then, like, the very bottom amount is, I want to be bounced on it crazy style. Does soju hit people that hard? By the way, I never had soju. I don't have a lot of alcohol. This boy is like one sip of soju. He's not even like half the ball down. I see. Can't really imagine it either. Cracked his own can open with satisfying pop. I follow, watching the foam hiss softly at the rim. I'm glad we're friends now. We're friends? I asked without thinking. Sure, we're on bad terms now, but friends? Me and Sakura? It just sounded too far-fetched. Soju sneaks up on you. By the time you drink more of it, the first bit you drink is hitting you. Ah! It's a sneaky drinky. Sakura, on the other hand, looked offended. We've been through life and death together, now we're sharing a drink at your place. Doesn't that qualify? Well, if you put it like that... It still feels weird to say it. You'll get used to it. I thought about what that meant. Would Sakai be coming over again? Would we keep spending time like this until I got used to it? There's some change in our relationship, friendship, or whatever it was. It's kind of hard to take in. I felt off balance. I guess I'll go with the flow for now. I'll try to get used to it, just like he said. He lifted his can towards me. Here, let's drink while it's cold. After pausing for a few seconds, I raised mine to meet his. The metal clinked together and our hands lingered in place before we took our first swig. Ah, that was worth the wait. The liquid slid down my throat, cool and refreshing. Despite myself, I grinned in agreement. It tastes better than usual. We earned it after all. Uh-oh, the soju is hitting. See those eyes? Well, it's beer, not soju, unfortunately. Unfortunately, our characters have no damn taste. Sakai picked up one of the snacks on the table and leaned in my direction, holding it out to me. I was all the way at the opposite end, so he had to move pretty far. Don't just drink, eat. Ah, thanks. And sit a little closer, you know? Oh? I can't talk, I like Jack and Coke. Sakai's face lit up and the large gap between us shortened to almost nothing in a second. You're a bit too close now. You think so? Oh yeah, I'll cramp up my legs if we sit like this. Sorry. Sakai increased the distance between us, but only by a few inches. Thanks though, it's getting kind of lonely over there. We're on the same couch. Still. God damn it, just kiss already. As I munched on the snack and took another sip of my beer, I studied Sakurai over the rim of the can. His arm draped over the couch, one leg crossed casually over the other. I don't think it was his first time visiting. Occasionally, I caught him bouncing his foot, his eyes shifting from one spot to another. Before I was even halfway through my drink, he had already made it to the end of his. He turned the can upside down, pouting when not a single drop fell out. That was fast. I wonder if he was actually feeling a bit awkward. Was he the type to feel something like that? How careless he had been pacing around my house earlier, I wasn't sure. Still, the idea of him feeling just as unused to this kind of put me at ease. I pointed at his can. I have more of those in the fridge. Should I go get them? No, it's fine. I'll do it. Sakai stood and headed for the kitchen. As I listened to him rummage around in the fridge, I finished my own beer and sat next to his. Acting in a hello fellow humans kind of way when visiting someone's house. Hello fellow human, yes, I too drink the drinky. Felt kind of restless sitting here all alone. But he asked me not to. I got up and followed him in. Hey, you didn't have to come, I can carry these on my own. I know, I just felt like it. Oh yes, this is a house, alright. Me, when any horror game loads up the default Unity house. Yes, very house-like. Well, now that you're here, hold these. Sakai emerged from behind the refrigerator door, placing about 4 cans into my arms, while holding 4 more in his own. I stumbled a little under the sun ray. Are you trying to empty my whole stock? It's okay, it's a celebration, right? I feel like loosening up today. I mean, it's fine. Then when it's time to leave, I don't know what to say, so I just end up being kind of like, okay, bye, handshake. Since I managed to stock up especially for today, we had more than enough for a few rounds. But I'd just get to his head if I told him I did that. Let's go, we'll make it a long night. I followed behind with a grunt, although honestly that didn't sound so bad. Settled back onto the couch, Sakurai sat a bit too close to me again, but I decided to let it go. Things were silent for a moment. I traced the condensation running down the middle as I racked my brain for a conversation topic. Cue the Ring song. I looked up at Sakurai from beneath my eyelids. He returned my gaze, but said nothing. I caught a hint of amusement on his face. He was enjoying watching me struggle for words, waiting for me to speak first. What was I even supposed to talk about? Now that we weren't in a crisis, and we were supposed to be friends, how was I supposed to approach him? Do I talk about the weather? No, I haven't even stepped outside recently. That's a boring topic in the first place. The news? No, I didn't really want to go there right now. Talk about work, yeah, that's something we got in common. By the way, Sakurai, how's work lately? Work, it's been about the same. That's pretty hard not to slack off when I'm at home. I'm so sleepy all the time. Demonstrate, he stretched his arms out with a large yawn. Yawn, not yarn. Bitch, we work in the same office. Well, they're working from home right now because the office is shut down because of the zombie outbreak. You too? I can't sleep well at night since, just feel drowsy all morning. I can't focus at all. You can sleep? I mean, I can, technically. It's like, I'm too alert all the time. I just can't relax or something. I trailed off. It wasn't the most exciting topic to talk about. I was about to say something else, but then Sakurai replied. You should have told me about it. Why would I tell you about it? I bit back my words, remembering his expression when I questioned if we were friends. Instead, I stared at him a bit dubiously. It's because of something we went through together, and you'd feel better if you did. You have my number, don't you? Same place, though. They work from home, but it's at the same place. If you're scared, just call me. I'm not scared, and that'd be weird. Sakurai laughed under his breath. What's weird about it? I'd just be bothering you, and... I shook my head. It's just weird, we're not that close. Sakurai's smile lingered a second longer, His hand came up around the back of my head. Just like that day in the break room, his fingers thread through my hair and ruffled them thoroughly. His smile turned into a grin. You're overthinking it. Once I just feel Philip messing up my hair, he trailed his hand down to rest on my shoulder. I left a ticklish sensation as it passed the back of my neck. I held back a shiver. I took a long sip of my drink so I didn't have to look him in the eye. I don't feel bothered at all. In fact, I'd be thrilled if you called. You don't have to go that far. No, really, I don't have much to do at home. If nothing else, just call for the sake of entertaining me. Can't help a laugh slipping out. You have a pretty lame idea of entertainment. Don't say that. I'm really excited to sing you to sleep. Do you want to hear a sample? No thanks. See our droopy eyes. Sakurai ignored me. He held the can up to his mouth like a makeshift microphone and began to sing. Whoa. His arm wrapped around my shoulder. Before I could process it, he was lightly swinging our bodies from left to right. I was surprised at first, only stayed by his weight against me. The alcohol is hitting. Sir, where are you looking? That is not respectfully, mind you. He's looking at what he wants, obviously. I was surprised at first, only stayed by his weight against me. Didn't know what he was singing, but it sounded ridiculous. Not in a way that was annoying, just enough to have me snorting into my drink. Every time I thought he was going to stop, he kept going. I burst out laughing. Coach, Sakurai raised his voice and went deliberately off-key. He swayed harder, and the whole thing only made me laugh more. The beer left a happy, fizzy buzz in my chest. Sakurai's grip felt warm and secure. His voice floated in the air as the world swayed with our movements. I felt pleasantly fuzzy. You want a girlfriend, but who needs a girlfriend when he can be the girlfriend? Exactly! Become the job you are applying for. Become the job you want. Become the position that needs to be filled. I know what I just said. Become the bottom you see yourself as. Once he made his way to the very last line, he finally stopped. He removed his arm to clap for himself. How was that? Let the last few laughs trickle out of my system. Your fans at the office would have loved to hear that. No way, this is an exclusive performance for you. Well, aren't I a lucky guy? That's right, so take advantage of it. Next time you want to hear it, I'll only be a call away. Got it? Yeah. My body feeling lighter, I picked up another can from the table. Sakurai followed. Silence returned as we sipped and nibbled on snacks, though more comfortably than before. Leaning my elbow onto the armrest, I plopped my cheek up on my fist. Well, don't you have something to talk about? I wonder. It's more fun watching you just scramble for something to say. What's fun about that? Sakurai reached out and pressed the gap between my eyebrows. You get all grumpy and wrinkly right here. Just don't really explain much. Sakurai replied with a sigh. It's cute, that's all. Cute! Cute. In all 28 years of my life, I don't think I've ever been called that. Much less over a stupid detail like this. To be fair, nobody should be eating at Domino's. I studied Sakai's face for signs he was mocking me, but I couldn't see any. Oh my god, don't tell me he's the same age as me. He is 28. I thought he was going to be in his 30s, but no, 28. My face and ears burned softly. I pressed the cool can against them, closing my eyes against the sensation. Ugh, I think this beer is starting to get to me. That's why it was so warm all of a sudden. The soju's hitting. Head Sakurai hum and thought before he finally spoke. Now that I think of it. What? It's my first time visiting your place, but you didn't even show me around. Do you need me to? You just started snooping around everywhere the moment you got in. You probably know it better than I do. I was just excited to be here. Cat energy boyfriend with golden retriever energy boyfriend. Let's go. Like, wow, I must be the first person who stepped in here in a long time. I feel so honored. What do you mean by that? Was I wrong? He's right, but I don't want to say that. I thought he was like 24, but I see Yoshida and think of that Subway versus Domino's meme. Oh god, I've been called a golden retriever BF before. Cat boyfriend hardware running golden retriever boyfriend software, or vice versa. I cleared my throat instead and got off the couch. Fine, I'll show you around, I guess. Oh, wait, this is gonna lead to the bedroom. Wait. Where do you want to go? The living room. Just like every other room in my apartment, the living room had little to offer. Sakurai had already perused every little item on my shelf, which displayed nothing more than a few old books and souvenirs I'd stocked up on over the years. It's not to skip past it altogether, but as we passed by the TV, he stopped me. What's that box down there? Pointing at a cardboard box tucked under the TV stand, crammed among old magazines and some other junk. That. We crouched in front of the stand. I pulled the box out with some effort. Blowing the dust off the lid, I opened it up. Sakurai peered inside with some interest. Oh, a DVD collection. It's pretty old. My mother brought it over from back home a few years ago. As I thumbed through some of the titles inside, a wave of nostalgia and embarrassment washed over me at once. Don't look too closely. I was a teenager when I used to watch these. Remember, everyone, have a physical collection. Or, you know, be okay with the 7 C's. That'll just make me more curious. It's like a time machine. Sakurai leaned over for a better look. I know what Lil Yoshida was like. Don't call me Lil Yoshida. So which of these is your favorite? My favorite... I surveyed the contents of the box, and my fingers unconsciously lingered over one of the DVDs. You haven't lived until you find the old stories you wrote. Then you die of cringe. Ah, so it's this one. Sakuai's fingers brushed against mine as they came to rest on the spine. Endless Falling Love. Just hearing the title sent a cringe down my back. Sakurai tried to read it with a straight face, but couldn't hide the amusement in his voice. If I could stop him, he's pulling the DVD out of the box with his index finger. He held it up to read the tagline on the cover. A fluttering tale of romance that stands the test of time. I snatched the DVD out of his hands, holding it close to my chest. Please stop humiliating me. It's not my favorite or anything, I just have some memories associated with it. Still, you like it, right? I was surprised. Peer down at the laughably girly cover. Against the soft pink gradient, a smiling young woman stood nestled in the arms of some sparkly young dude, and cherry blossoms floated gently across the title. Even at a glance, it was clearly just a cheesy romance flick. Sakurai popped his chin on his fist as he watched me with curiosity. What memories? Someone you liked? Yeah. It's back in high school, though. Doesn't really matter. Just a girl in my class who used to love it. Wanted to impress her, so I thought I'd give it a try. My ears went hot as I forced the words out. How was I telling Sakurai my shameful childhood stories? Hadn't I embarrassed myself enough? I rambled on in an attempt to save face. Honestly, I never watch this kind of thing normally. That's surprisingly good. The plot was fleshed out. Actors were all really skilled, and the cinematography wasn't too bad either. I really wanted to make a good impression, so I ended up watching it a lot of times. I would know. In the end, I ended up sounding like a loser after all. Then, did things ever work out with her? Of course not. I was just being stupid. She moved on to something else by the time I gathered the courage to talk to her. What a shame, she missed out. I occasionally go to fanfiction.net to reread my old fanfiction. Quote from a YouTube video. I feel like an archaeologist that just dug up an ancient cringe compilation. Oh man, digital archaeologists are gonna have such a field day with what we used to write. She was out my league anyway. Sakurai took the DVD from me, turning it over in his hands. But still, someone bought a movie and memorized it just to impress me. At least give them a chance. If it was me. I said in a self-deprecating tone, expecting him to play along. You say that like it's a bad thing. Sakurai replied with complete sincerity. Unable to respond to it, I averted my eyes and picked out a loose thread on the rug beneath us. So I have a chance, if it were Sakurai. Say, Yoshida. How about we watch it together? Huh? Why? Why not? It's obvious, isn't it? Are you trying to make fun of me? You always assume the worst. I just think it'd be fun. Excuse me? How dare you think highly of me? Lifted the DVD halfway to his face, peeking out from behind it, the playful glint in his eye. Come on. I pushed it back down. Let's just leave embarrassing memories back where they belong. Think of it like this, we'd be overriding the embarrassing memory with a fun one. There's nothing fun about two guys watching a romance flick together. Don't knock it till he tried it. Before I could protest, Sakurai stood up to switch the TV on. He turned to me with a grin. Go turn the lights off, it'll be a movie night. Suit yourself. Resigned sigh, I headed for the switchboard. One way or another, I always ended up going along with his flow. Sakurai wanted it to be a movie night, then I guess that's just what it would be. As he was done setting up, Sakurai flopped onto the couch with the remote in his hand. I flipped the lights off and made my way to him. My path lit only by the fluorescent glow of the TV. Careful. Cautious steps, I joined Sakurai on the couch, leaning against the backrest and pulling up my legs. Sakurai reached over to pick two the unopened cans of beer we left on the table. Let's finish these up while we're at it. I gravely took one from him. If we were going to sit through this, I'd at least like to be drunk enough to justify it. Sakurai turned to me with a smile, a side of his face lit softly by the screen, the other fading into the darkness. What are you grinning about? Feels like I'm at a sleepover. Is this what a sleepover was like? Two grown men huddled on a couch in the dark, ready to watch a romantic movie together? Not like any sleepover I've been to. If anything, didn't that sound more like a date? I shift to put some distance between us and glued my eyes to the screen. My voice was low as I took an uneasy sip of my beer. Just start the movie already. Sleepover? No. Most dates, hookups I've been on? Yes. Press of the remote button, the space between us was filled with the nostalgic opening music. And I was transported back to my teenage years. Even after all this time, it still held up. It really is a great movie. As the first few lines of the protagonist's admittedly cheesy monologue rolled in, I threw a nervous glance at Sakurai. But instead of the teasing smile I expected, he seemed completely engrossed. There wasn't a hint of mockery in his expression. Feeling a slight flutter of relief and happiness, I turned back to the screen. The beer dwindled in time with the film. By the time we were past the halfway mark, our last can had gone empty. Both my limbs and mouth feeling way looser than they should, I found myself providing live commentary with my elbow resting on Sakurai's shoulder. See that little close-up of the heroine's hands just now? Till the exact moment she realized, oh, I'm in love. As I spoke in an excited whisper, I leaned my face close to Sakurai's ear. Make sure he caught every detail. Oh no! Oh no, he's drunk and he's providing director's commentary. His shoulder shook with laughter under my arm. Hey, did you see it? Yes, I saw it. You telling Vesper everything about TQS lore? Well, pay attention. She's going to confess now. Sakurai's eyes slipped in my direction. Lit up by the TV. I noticed the slightly glazed over, unfocused look in them. I frowned at him. How can you look away from the screen at such a crucial moment? See, there's this deity named Lorcan. You're so fired up. Yeah, and what about it? I stared back with curiosity. Sakurai just laughed again and shook his head. Turned our attention back to the screen. As the long-awaited confession echoed through the room, I fell away on the elbow I forgot to take off Sakurai's shoulder. His head rolled onto my arm at some point. I glanced at him, his eyes were still trained on the movie. I wonder if he realized it himself. His hair tickled, reminding me a little of the time he'd fallen asleep on me in the break room. Though unlike that day, and maybe this was thanks to alcohol, I didn't feel so uncomfortable. I shifted only to position my elbow slightly further up on his shoulder. Sakurai moved to rest his head more snugly in the crook of it. Naturally, we sat close enough for me to catch the faint scent of Sakurai's soap, clean and present under the smell of beer. My mind felt slow. Even as the scenes passed by on screen, I wasn't sure how much of it I actually watched. I did vaguely register the last few moments of the movie. Quiet Park well into the night, the two main leads stood, locking eyes under a street lamp. Hero ran a hand down the heroine's arm, for his fingers curled softly around hers, and took a step closer. Even through my haze, the moment sent a flutter through my chest. Having seen it a million times before, I was already anticipating what came next. After what felt like an eternity, the two finally came together in a heartfelt kiss. I clenched my fist around Sakurai's sleeve without realizing it. They finally did it. Yes, patience really pays off. Sakurai spoke in a quiet voice, so as not to disturb the atmosphere. I felt more than heard his voice vibrate softly against my skin. My mind cleared somewhat when I heard him speak. Part of me grew aware of the situation I was in, just how close we were. The kiss scene still playing away in front of us. Suddenly, I felt a bit awkward. I tried shifting my arm, stiff and asleep under Sakurai's right away from him. I sensed the movement before I could really do anything. Hello? Sir! He peered up at me with curious eyes. For a moment, I forgot all about the movie. 5 minutes into Netflix and chill, and they give you this look. His hair had been tousled slightly from its tie on my elbow. The faint glow of the screen painted his face in shifting colors, highlighting a faint flush the alcohol had left on his cheeks. Are you going somewhere? Not anymore! Damn it, I took another screenshot. Oh no! Another one that I have to fucking... I have to fucking censor that too. At least I know where this one's at. It's on this face. There are any excuses I wanted to make. They stayed stuck in my throat. Good. My breath hitched as I stared back dumbly. No, it's nothing. I gulped only to find my throat dry. I wish I hadn't downed all that beer already. Sokka and I said nothing, frozen in place until the light against his face dimmed slowly. On the TV, the credits were now rolling over a plain black background. Something else gotta be in so soon anyway. It's over. I should go turn the lights on. Right. Said Sakura, made no move to lift his head. Hey, get off. I gently nudged him a few times, and his eyes finally gained some focus. Ah, sorry. He shifted drowsily. I managed to slip away. I swayed when I stood up on the couch. I walked back to the switchboard, feeling shakier and longer than it should have. The lights flickered back to life. I blinked as I tried to adjust to his sun brightness. Behind me, Sakurai groaned and stretched out across the couch. He stared at me bleary-eyed as I staggered over to his side. What time is it? It's... I squinted at the clock hung on the wall behind the couch, my brows shooting up as I registered it. It's late, really late. I didn't even realize that the time had just flown by. Sakurai hummed as he sat up, rubbing his eyes. He mumbled with a yawn. I guess I should get going now, huh? He sat on the couch for a few moments longer, as if he had no plans of going anywhere anytime soon. Finally, he heaved himself up with a sigh. Took a step back to allow him some space, which Sakurai soon filled as he towered over me. Let's do this again. I had a great time today. Me too. Really? I'm glad. Till his head with a small grin. I tried taking another step back, only for my leg to bump against the coffee table. Sakurai slipped away, slowly making his way to the entrance of my apartment. He was halfway there. I called out to him. Wait. Not really thinking of going home alone, are you? Last train's left already. It's too dangerous out there. I showed up here in one piece, didn't I? Don't worry. Although Sakurai tried lightening the mood, the sight of his retreating back filled me with dread. We had spent the evening safe in our little bubble. At the end of the night, we were living among zombies. If something were to happen at this hour, there'd be no one out there to save him. The unease must have shown on my face. Sakurai's expression softened as he took a few steps in my direction. Would it make you feel better if we walked together? No. I lightly pinched my temple and frowned. I'm too buzzed for that, aren't you too? Sort of, yeah, but I'll be okay. I shot him a look. Fine, I'll call a cab then. Can't you just stay over? Oh? We don't have work tomorrow, so it should be fine, right? Sakurai paused. I watched his eyes widen imperceptibly before squinting into his smile. So that's what you wanted. It's only practical. The air around Sakurai felt lighter once I made the invitation. Like he'd been waiting for me to ask that all along. Saw on his way back to the couch, calling out cheerfully. You're so kind, Yoshida. I said, I'm just being practical. Are you sleeping on the couch? Is there a problem with that? Yes! No, but... I shifted from one leg to another as Sakurai dusted the crumbs of our snacks off the seat. You should sleep too, it's been a long night. Hold on, was that Sakurai? Yeah, that was Sakurai. About that, besides the danger, the time, not drunkenness, there's a fourth reason I asked Sakurai to stay over. One, I couldn't bring myself to tell him. I want a girlfriend, he says. Why are you sleeping on the couch, he said. He also says. As a fear I repressed all evening. Almost forgotten about it until Sakurai got up to leave my apartment. Thought of being all alone for the night again. Alert and awake, weighed down my body with a chilling dread. Began to thaw once Sakurai stepped back from the door and into my living room again. A few icy dregs remained in my chest. Must have noticed me standing dumbly in the same spot. What is it? An extra futon in my bedroom. You don't have to sleep here. Huh? Just hurt your neck on the couch. I swallowed, the next few words slipping out of my mouth. Now I'd sleep better with you there. Sakurai turned to me with a start. I couldn't read his expression as he stared back. Silence lasted forever, a slight haze over my brain almost clearing over to give way to regret. Then I'll take you up on that. Sakurai's tone was surprisingly meek. I gave him a brief nod. He followed behind with small footsteps as I led him to my room. To clear up the floor, I dug into my closet for the futon. Sakurai helped me sit up next to my bed, unusually quiet. Almost like I forced him into it. And he must have noticed silence because he broke it soon after. Once finished, he threw himself onto the futon with a content sigh. Now it really feels like a sleepover. You keep saying that. Did you go to a law as a kid? No, actually, I had an early bedtime. How well behaved. Did you? A few, I guess. I'm turning the lights off now. Sat on the edge of my bed as I reached for the switch, showering everything in darkness with a click. Getting to the habit of sleeping with them on lately. Now Sakurai was here and I didn't want to look like more of a coward than I already did. Besides, the darkness was nowhere near as intimidating with his nonsense in the background. Been so drowsy all the time, but now he's finally settled, he was suddenly talkative. Listen to him speak as I set my glasses on the bedside table. A fuzzy calm settled over my limbs. My vision blurred and dark. I focused on his sleepy voice echoing through the room. I vaguely registered his shape on the futon, lying on his back with his head turned in my direction. Since we have the chance, maybe we should try doing something more sleepover-like. Like what? Sakurai? Summoning demons? Spin the bottle? He's still going on about that? What, is just sleeping over isn't enough? What would he even do? How I tick watching movies off the list? Telling ghost stories in the dark, maybe? Do people actually do that? I don't know. How about it? Sure. I pulled a pillow close to myself, burying my face in it as I shrugged. I was content just to listen to him talk. Not you go first. Oh, I'm starting. Let's see. Ahem. Once upon a time, two guys were stuck in an office late at night. Alone. At least they thought they were. Suddenly, a wild horde of zombies. Ow! Before Sakurai could finish, I chucked my pillow at him. Just, OMG, just make out and touch tips already too. Damn, okay. That's just our real life. You know what they say, there's no horror bigger than reality. Damn if that ain't the truth. I sighed. I wasn't sure why I expected any better from him. Whatever, I'm going to sleep. I've had the empty surface of my bed. Ah, right. I stood up with a grunt and tried reaching for the pillow on the floor. It was too late by the time I realized I should have turned on the lights first. Darkness, my liquid glasses. The sleepy haze that I was in worked against me all at once. Instead of picking it up, my foot caught on the pillow and I tumbled face forward. Yoshida? Ugh! If my chin could crash against the ground, a pair of arms caught me mid-fall. Sakurai's hands pressed into my shoulders, holding me up. What are you doing? No, ads, not now! Don't worry. Don't worry, I will stop. What a timing. What a timing of the ads. Ba 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 ba. Damn. I'm sorry, I just saw the PS6 price. I just saw the PS6 price, so I guess I'm not getting a PS6. What are you doing, senpai? What are you doing, senpai? I just bought a PS5. Don't worry, I have a feeling the PS5 is going to end up with an elongated lifespan, just like the PS4. Aren't they still releasing games for the PS4, by the way? I gotta make sure any games I release have PS4 support. If I release games, they're gonna have PS4 support. Like, only relatively recently, yeah. Let's see here. Ah, the sports are sporting, I see. The sports are sporting. Does anyone need World Cup updates? Paraguay and Morocco won, and I think Brazil and Japan are still going at it. If I am reading this Blue Sky tweet right. Meanwhile, in the sleepover, right? Meanwhile, what we actually give a fuck about... No offense to sports heads in the audience. What are you doing? I blink. Excuse me, what are you doing? Blinking? What's that in your hand? A smoothie? Yes, we are the cat boyfriend. What are you doing? My pillow. I had to pick it up. My shirt rustled against Sakurai's as I clumsily shifted my body. The second time in my life, I seemed to have landed right on top of him. I could barely make out the details in the dark, only the warmth where our clothes and skin met. What are you doing? Hopefully you at some point tonight. I could barely make out our details in the dark, only the warmth where our clothes and skin met. Sprang from my chest down to my toes, gave me any idea of our position. Sakurai's fingers flexed, unsure whether to hold on or let go. I wasn't sure myself. Unable to decide, we both stayed fixed where we were. I'm getting a sense of deja vu over here. With a nervous laugh, he voiced what I had already been thinking. Sakurai trailed off. I had nothing to say either. Oh, flashback! My mind wandered off to that dark, empty alleyway. I let my eyes fall shut. It was just like that night. My cheek against Sakurai's chest, his arms gripping loosely at my back. The same racing heartbeat in my ear. Back then, he lifted his head to look me in the eye. His thumb had reached to brush the hair away from my temple, and then... he hadn't done anything. Yoshida, did you fall asleep? Been bothering me since, but I just never found the right time to ask. Well, I don't mind, but... that day... I lifted my face from his chest. Slowly, I leaned up close, until I could make out his features without having to squint. He seemed genuinely surprised to see me awake. What are you talking about? In the alleyway, after we jumped. Was there something you wanted to say to me? Something you wanted to do? The question came out in a surprisingly loaded whisper. I realized what I was getting at. Sakurai's sleepy gaze suddenly gained clarity. His brows lifted on their own, lips parting just slightly. It took him a moment to settle back into a neutral expression. He studied my face. For some reason, he was hesitant to answer. The gaze gained clarity. In the end, he averted his eyes. There was nothing. He said casually, but I could hear the strain underneath it. One of his hands slid off my back, fingers coming out to push lightly at my chest. I'll get your pillow, you should sleep. A dull throb ran through my chest. It's like Sakurai to refuse to look at me, to push me away. I asked out of curiosity. Now I really wanted to know. Was it something so awful? To Sakurai's dismay, I didn't budge. What was it? He'll get mad if I tell you. I won't. I frowned at him, but he shook his head lightly, mumbling again under his breath, "You will." You're the one who said we were friends, but now you're acting like this. Sakurai rarely met my eyes. With all my courage, I held on to his gaze. I watched as the look in them slowly turned to one of defeat. He sighed, close enough for the warm air to brush against my face. I waited with bated breath. The hand on my chest curled slowly around the front of my shirt. I was tugged even closer. My heart hammered loud enough for it to pulse in my ears. I stayed only apart by a hair's width. He was still, long enough to buy me time to shove myself off of him. When that moment passed, he leaned in and quietly closed the distance. I want a girlfriend, says bro. Why doesn't Hoey want to have sex with me? Ask bro. My first kiss. Sakurai stole it with great care. He grazed my lips with his, gentle and unhurried. His cheeks were warm as he angled his head, nose bearing into my skin. All my thoughts came to a grinding halt. What was going on? Hold up. Hold. Please hold. I'm staying out of frame for everyone's enjoyment. What was going on? As the initial shock subsided, I was left at the dizzying rush that coursed through my body, like someone had poured warm honey through my veins. This almost feels like this was the visual novel, and the first part was just the setup. Yeah. My elbows faltered and dipped me deeper into his grasp. Your body knows what it wants. His shirt rode up slightly with the movement, sending a jolt of electricity as it brushed against my stomach. I stiffened silently. Sakurai must have noticed as he slowly pulled away. He didn't meet my eyes as his head fell back on his pillow, turned to the side. He stared off into the distance without a word. A little clumsily, I finally moved myself off of Sakurai. I busied myself with fumbling around for my pillow. Then once I managed to grab a hold of it, I wasn't sure what to do next. Still kneeling by Sakurai's side, I fidgeted with its corners. I noticed I had sobered up completely. Well, anyone would, under these circumstances. Instead, continuing the silence. It'd be so easy to just get back up, flop onto the bed, and pretend none of this happened. Neither of us would mention it ever again. You could keep up the pretense of friendly coworkers, and Sakurai would probably act the same as always. I knew if I did that, part of him would become closed off from me forever. Surprised to realize how much I didn't want that. So, you, like me or something? The word like came out a decibel lower than the rest. Sakurai finally looked at me, though slightly blurred. I can make out the exasperation in his smile. Most awkward post-kiss question ever. Even after that, you can't tell? Was it just a joke? Who would joke about that? I snapped my mouth shut. Of course I knew he couldn't have been joking. But believing it was so much harder to wrap my head around, my mind swam with questions. Like exasperated, like, oh my god, do you like me or something? Oh god, I'm likable? Sakurai groaned in the meantime, bringing an arm to cover his face. I shouldn't have done that. As he brought it back down, his expression was one of regret. I was happy I could finally be friends with you, too. I didn't have any comforting words to offer in response. As he said, our fragile, short-lived friendship had already been turned on its head. It's strange. I wasn't going through any of the regret or despair that seemed to hit him. Never expected my first kiss to be with a guy, let alone Sakurai. As such, I never gave much thought to how I was supposed to feel if it actually happened. Disappointment. Aversion, maybe. Didn't feel any of those things. My hand subconsciously drifted to my lips, replaying that moment. Once I stripped away the surprise and absurdity of it, it just felt good. It was like chewing 5 gum. I'm too tired to unpack this right now. I'm too tired to learn that I'm bisexual. I'm going to bed. I'm probably bisexual, but I'm too tired. This reminds me of my first time with a man, like, a little too much. Do you like me or something? Yes, I'm too tired to unpack this right now. When I glance up, I notice Sakurai watching me. Now I just had to tackle one of the easier questions on my mind. Hey, Sakurai. Can I ask you something? Why me? It's like I'm too tired to unpack my bi-curiosity right now, but I'm definitely not too tired to unpack my self-deprecating ass. A small smile curled onto Sakurai's lips, some playfulness returning to his features. Are you curious? Obviously, this is all kind of sudden. Other than that, I don't get it. We weren't even on good terms until recently. That's just a smaller bag to dump out. It's like, here, this baggage is already on the floor. I can pick it up. That's new baggage. This is old baggage. This is a trip I've been on. I've been to this locale. I know it. My sudden homosexuality, I don't want to deal with that right now. The fact that I'm a self-deprecating bastard and you like me, I can handle that right now. My clothes are already in this suitcase. Isn't that just your perspective? I've always enjoyed talking to you. This is just fun teasing you, though. So you were annoying me on purpose. Sometimes. You don't talk to anyone at work, so I always wonder what kind of person you were. You get all loud and bristly whenever I approached you. It's like a complete 180. It's the highlight of my day. What kind of reaction will Yoshida show me today? What kind of snappy comeback will he try to come up with? I loved when you got so annoyed you forget to speak politely. When your hair went up in every direction from pulling at it, your face gets all red too. Oh no! He's one of those boys! Aren't you just a boy? At some point I started finding it kind of cute. And the longer we worked together, the more I noticed all these things about you. Like how you always worked hard behind the scenes, or tried to slip away during drinking parties, what you ate for lunch, or how you adjusted your glasses. How you glare at me when you thought I wasn't looking, or you bounce your leg when you got impatient. It was all cute. I want to know more about you. The way you acted at home with friends. I want to be closer. Honestly, I was happy we got stuck in the break room that day. Sakurai spoke all in one go. He had been balling up for ages. When he finally stopped, I had to look away. Oh. Embarrassed? I'm just gathering my thoughts. Honestly, I was a little shaken. Suddenly, I've been exposed to a side of Sakurai I never imagined existed. Really, out of everyone else in the office, me... It still felt like a prank, or a dream. As if this wasn't hard enough to take in, I had my own emotions to deal with, whatever those were. Gathering my thoughts, exactly. I'm getting a headache. Overwhelmed, I squeeze my eyes shut, pinching the bridge of my nose. Sakurai's hand rose to hold my wrist, gently pulling it down for a better look at my face. You don't have to think so hard about it. I was expecting you to reciprocate anyway. Sakurai let go, letting silence settle over us again. Couldn't just leave it like this. There had to be something better to say. That was the first time I've been confessed to. My first kiss, too. What? I know, at my big age and all. No, it's not that. I'm sorry for stealing your first. It's fine. It wasn't bad. I hate myself. Not only did I learn someone finds me cute, but now you have to tell me I'm gay. That was easier to admit than I thought. Even as blood rushed to my cheeks, I felt a little lighter once I did. Sakurai's eyes went at first, and he paused before settling into a fond smile. Really? Having poured his heart out already, I must have felt like he had nothing more to lose. He observed my face with a soft, unguarded expression. What, do you want to do it again? I do? I stiffened and sat of alert, only for Sakurai to turn on his side with a chuckle, facing the wall away from me. But I won't. Why not? I didn't mean to sound that eager. I cleared my throat and asked again calmly. Well, I can't. It's like I can unpack that baggage later, but I can enjoy it now. That's cute. I didn't mean to sound that eager. I cleared my throat and asked again calmly. Why not? I want you to think.
Everyone rushes at me like crazed fans.
Welcome in, Neff. Hello, hello. You came in for gay visual novel night. We are going through, a character coming to sudden terms with him suddenly being gay. We love a gay visual novel night, right? Welcome in, Neff. Hello, hello. Let me get you a shout out. It's gonna take me a little bit. But welcome in, readers. My name is Vesper Fortune, Bat of Fortune, Witch of Fate. I am currently covered in sticky notes because of charity. But, we are playing a gay visual novel known as, Overtime. Which was originally about zombies, but now we're just in a bedroom. Dealing with sudden homosexuality. For those of you who don't know Neff, he is an amazing PNGTuber who does a lot of reading. But please go follow Neff, who has a very nice reading voice. Love Neff's voice. It's always nice to read in on Neff. And much like Neff, much like me, Neff does get distracted on reading nights. But welcome in, Raiders. What were you doing tonight? What was the read? What was the read? What is the read and the tea? What was the book of choice? Warning, I could descend into an insane rant about social justice or anything or something at any time. And we love you for it. I also go on rants, but we finished Everyone in this Train is a Suspect by Benjamin Stevenson. Levi said, I can unpack the suitcase later, but it's a comfy piece of furniture in the meantime. But yeah, our two characters just kissed, and our dear Yoshida is like trying to come to terms with everything. Was everyone on the train an actual suspect? I want you to think about it properly first. About what I said, and what you feel. He craned his neck to grin at me one last time. Take your time figuring it out. And then he turned back with a yawn. Oh, what a night, huh? Should really get to sleep this time. Good night, Yoshida. For a while, I stayed glued to my spot. I listened as Sakurai's breathing turned slow and regular. Regardless of this situation, he sure dozes off quickly. But seeing that title, I kind of want to check out that book now. Staying a little long at Sakurai's back, I carefully stood up. Good night. I climbed back into bed and pulled the covers up to my chin. It's just like Sakurai to leave me to figure out a mess that he started. Somewhere between cussing him out and replaying every word he said, I drift off to sleep. Hold on, wait. Was that... Yeah, that was everything. Oh, hold on. Since the Raiders missed out on the kiss, here it is. I'd say you might want to start with everyone in my family has killed someone, as that's where the series starts. Ah. Yeah, and he showed us this look earlier, so the night was gonna go somewhere. You're not asexual, I know what those eyes portend. And like, here is like the rest of the novel. They really went to like, oh, we're giving him sex appeal, alright. Makes me want to peel off all his clothes. That was a bad joke. But yeah, we survived. Apparently, like, there's just zombie outbreaks in this world. And like, surviving a zombie apocalypse to serve as a homosexual awakening, your gay awakening. Yeah, and we survived by jumping out a window and landing on a mattress. And yet I laughed. Thank you. Okay. Automod. Please. That sounds like a gay, so I'd say gay sex cures zombieism. True. But thank you for the raid, Nev. I was just thinking of ending, cause... I could go on for a little bit longer, but we are kind of hitting shower hours. We're hitting shower hours. But everyone, please go check out Neff. Very amazing. Very nice VTuber. With very nice voice. Could listen to that voice all day, honestly. Let me see who is on. Who can I throw y'all at Mach speed? Who can I throw y'all at Mach speed? Okay, Elian is playing lesbian android game. Kiro is playing El... Okay, stop. I don't have a blushy emote. Well, we need to get you on. Okay. Okay, I think we're going to raid Alien, because going from gay zombie outbreak to sad lesbians is probably best. So, let me send y'all on over. Actually, hold up. Let me just mute so I can... Nobody I'm familiar with is doing anything queer, but there are several queer people on my list. Actually, hold on, wait. Before I pop on over to Alien, let me see if anyone is doing anything last minute for SFAC. And no one's doing last minute SFAC. Am I the last stream of SFAC until tomorrow? Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, I am tossing y'all over to Alien. Boop. Thank you for the boop. Okay, let's go raid Alien. Raiders, thank you for raiding. If you need to raid a man, totally understandable. If you like what little bit you got to saw, unfortunately, I did not give y'all a lot to see, but drop a follow if you want to. I understand if you don't. I'm not everyone's favorite flavor of Skittles. But take care of yourselves if you need to, but if y'all pop in on the raid, y'all get points, you know the drill. But, send y'all over to Alien. I'll be back on Wednesday. Tomorrow I'm taking care of myself and watching the end of SFAC raid. The end of SFAC stream and popping in over on Chef's channel occasionally. But, good night, good fortune. See you when I see you. And goodbye. Ba 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 diada, ba 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 diada, diada, ba 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 da da. Oh wait, I forgot to press stop recording. Okay, I guess this is just going to be on YouTube now. Hi, good night, YouTube.